What's going on? King Richez back again. Yeah, the realest nigga on this YouTube shit, the reporter of reality. Yeah, monster. Yeah, all of that. Yeah, so got another random caller topics live stream show for you guys. Yeah, you know I've got to represent. Gonna wait for you lot to trickle in here. You know, YouTube doesn't like to notify my subscribers that I'm here. So, you know, I'll give you lot the benefit of the doubt. The phone line's open. Actually, it's turning on right now, but the phone line's going to be open in a sec. Yeah, and the Skype's going to be active in a sec. Fucking hell, that was quick as fuck. Yo, you are fast as shit, man. Fucking hell. Hello?
Yeah, bro, I got your notification. What's going on, man?
Yeah. That's cool, man. State your name, where you calling from first, yeah?
I'm John from Detroit.
Yeah, so what you want to talk about?
I know you got a big problem with wearing weave. I was listening to that one chat where that one girl called in and she was talking about it's feminine for guys to talk about weave.
Yep.
I don't know, this is how I feel on it. Like, it's just like, obviously I do like natural hair better, but I feel like, I don't know, weave is not the biggest deal to me. Like, you know what I mean?
So you don't
like
you don't mind weave. You don't mind like a girl wearing weave.
If this is a thing that if she wears it sometimes, it's okay. But if she's wearing it all the time, and if she's wearing it all the time and she's like doesn't like her natural hair, I would find that weird. But if she wore it like wear it sometimes and sometimes go natural, I don't got the biggest deal with it.
I hear you, bro.
I would rather have it natural, to be honest.
No, I hear you. I mean, like, if the weave thing is not really a deal breaker for you, then obviously, you know, do what you got to do, man. I mean, you know, for me personally, I just feel like I don't like it. Like, I think it's kind of weird. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but you know, I wouldn't knock any guy that's like got a girlfriend that wears weave. I mean, I know loads of guys that go out with girls that got weave. Like, I've got personal friends that have like committed girlfriends that, you know, wear weave. You know, I've dated one girl in the past that wore weave. I mean, I didn't like it, and it obviously that relationship ended. But you know, I ain't really got. I don't really knock any guy that, you know, who doesn't care. You know what I mean? But like me personally, I can't do it, man. Like, I've dated quite a few black girls, and only one of the girls I actually dated seriously wore weave. Only one. You know what I mean?
Right.
And for the fact that the rest of the black girls I dated didn't have weave, it's a thing of like, black girls don't have to wear weave, in my opinion, from my experience. You get it?
Well, that's one thing I wanted to get into. Like, there's some girls say they have to because like their jobs make them. Like, I don't know if it's a thing in in the UK, but in the United States they say that, like, I don't know, like, well, like they sometimes you won't get hired for a position if you don't wear like weave or whatever. Have you ever heard of that? I've heard that excuse. I would say, maybe not excuse, but like, talking point.
Yeah, I've heard that before. I think
so. What's your take on that?
I feel like it is a factor, you know, because obviously a woman walking around in a corporate office wearing a big weave, a big afro, may be seen as like, you know what I mean, a bit like out there, you know what I mean? Because obviously most of the people there are going to be non-black. Let's keep it real. Do you know what I mean? Right. If it was like an environment where it was more like balanced, where there was more, you know, black people in the business, then, you know, they probably wouldn't have a problem with it because they would identify with it as it being normal. But it, you know, it's unfortunately is not like that as of right now in society. So I get that talking point, but I kind of see that as a convenient excuse as well.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's so convenient that they can kind of use that as an excuse, you know what I mean? And like, it just goes to the point where, you know, the idea of, you know, getting financial power so you don't have to be at the mercy of people who, you know, probably don't have your best interests at heart. You know?
Yeah, true.
Because at the end of the day, when you think about it, if a woman has to wear a weave just to get a job, that's like conditioning. That's like you have to conform to our way or the highway. You get what I'm saying? And everyone in the chat, make sure you hit the like button, do your part, hit the like button. Big up Ill Wheels for the super chat. He says, salute King, wanting to support you, bro. I appreciate that. I appreciate that highly, man. And big up Shay Charles for the super chat. I appreciate you too, man. It means a lot that you brothers have jumped in early to super chat. But yeah, so yeah, I to be honest, I feel like it can be seen as a convenient excuse. But I do understand where some of these women may be coming from if they are working in a certain environment which will make them feel like wearing an afro is not a good thing. I do understand it.
Right. And I noticed she said, and I know that's a big fucking point for women. They say, you know, talking about weave as a man is feminine. You don't really agree with that, but I mean, I don't know. I'm just trying to think, like,
the thing about it is not the fact of like caring about how a woman styles her hair. It's the fact of that she's wearing somebody else's hair, number one, which is weird. Because if you're a guy who doesn't mind weave, yeah, but if you decided I want to wear a Tom Cruise fucking wig on your head, yeah, and you've cut off all your hair, or you tied your hair back and put a Tom Cruise fucking hair or a Tom Hanks fucking hair or whatever haircut on your head, these same women who are wearing weaves will look at you like you're a fucking idiot.
Right. Well,
because they understand.
That's a fact. Yeah.
Because they understand that it's ridiculous. But the thing is, a lot of these women, they practice cognitive dissonance. So when they do it, there's no problem. But if us as guys were to do it, it'd be ridiculous. From the fact that they understand it would be crazy for a man, then they should understand it's crazy for them to do it as well. Simple as that. It's not a fact of caring if what type of hairstyle the woman's got. Who gives a fuck? If the girl's good looking, she's good looking. Her hair's not gonna make her good looking, bruv.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Simple.
Right.
Like I don't care about a girl's hairstyle, bro. I care about her face and her body and how the fuck she treats me. But if a black chick is wearing hair which does not suit her natural phenotype, that tells me a lot about how she sees the world, how she sees herself, and you know, the kind of ideologies she's gonna you know, deliberately or subconsciously deliver to her offspring.
Yeah, but that's another question I want to ask. Okay, but you know, girls are kind of like they go along with trends more than guys. Would you agree?
Yeah.
So, I mean, would you say all girls are like, you know, have a fucked up way of thinking if they're wearing weave? Like, what if they're just like going along with the trend? You don't think that's like?
Yeah, but it's more than a trend. The weave, the whole ideology of weave is more than a trend. It is trying to emulate women that you can never be because you are in an environment which promotes those said women as to be the standard of beauty.
Right.
Do you get where I'm coming from? Like, it's not just as simple as, oh, they're following the trend. Like, you know, like for instance, you know, a lot of girls are putting that piercing of the ring in their nose. That's a trend. You know, that goes across the board. That's white women, black women, Asian, whatever, right? But these black chicks, they're putting on weave to give that image, to emulate that image of women that they can never be. Because they're living in environments which tell them from a young age that your natural state is ugly.
Right.
And that's the whole point of it. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's more than a trend. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Now, big up Socrates. Yeah. But yeah, so yeah. What else?
But hey, that's all I really want to know. I'll let some other cards get on the line though.
All right, man. Hey, I appreciate that. That's good, man. And listen, I'm glad that you had your own way of thinking, your own opinion on it, and I'm always welcome to hear people's opinions as long as they, you know, talk with sense and logic. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I ain't got no problem people disagreeing with me. I mean, I think that makes the world go round, to be honest. You know what I mean? So that's it. But I appreciate the call, bro.
All right, bro. I'll catch you. Yeah.
All right, man. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon. All right. Good call from my boy John in the States, man. Hey, listen, the phone line's open. Phone line is active. If you want to call in, call the number. The number's in the title. And obviously the Skype handle was there too. Hello.
Man, like King Richard.
Yes, man. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Oh, I've got managed them off from Hackney still.
All right, cool. So what you want to talk about, brother?
Bro, it's just but I just wanted to see what's going on, man. How you dealing with this whole corona thing? Obviously, how is it affecting your life and all that? You know what I mean? Just trying to see what's up with another brother, man.
Okay, well, bruv, to be honest, I've been out, bruv. I've been out, and bruv, to be honest, like, obviously I'm staying in my house a lot more than, you know, usual. But like, I mean, for instance, man met up with a couple of my mates. We went to the park, did some like training, shadow boxing, training, boom, came back, chilled for a bit, posted a video, then went back out. You get me? Talked to a couple of my other mates and that. You get me? Like around my bit where I live, and you know, normal blood. You get me? Like, but obviously the only thing right now is like you can't really. Like, you can't shop, you can't go out like that. Like, you know, it's kind of restrictive. But to be honest, like, this whole lockdown is not really, it's not really like making me feel that depressed or anything like that. Do you know what I mean? Because I feel like it's making me think about other things, think more clearly, strategize, plan, you know, do, you know, more studying and learning about different things as well. I mean, we've got a lot of time to, you know, actually focus our minds on other things than, you know, the stuff that was distracting us before. Do you know what I'm saying? 100%.
I also believe, like, in a time like this as well, we're able to obviously, like there's not a lot of distractions in a way, you feel what I'm saying? Because most of us are indoors. We're actually looking for more things to be distracted with. That's why you're seeing people thinking, rare, what can I watch on Netflix? But I think the matter of the fact is that for I think this is the perfect time to either jump on a hustle, you know, change your dietary, fix your mindset. You know what I mean? I know there's still a couple man them out there with, despite the fact there's bare time on their hands. You know what I mean? They're going on these dating channels and trying to find new ways to holler at shorties when at the end of the day you can just be picking up a book on finance and, you know what I mean? And these other things. So, yeah, man, it's crazy how, like, despite the fact the world's at a standstill, we're quarantined, people still want to try and find ways to kind of, like, not do shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's a bit kind of weird.
Yeah, you notice that, like, a lot of people, what I noticed where I live, you know, they're drinking a lot of alcohol now. You know what I mean? Drinking a lot of alcohol because they literally don't have shit else to do, like. You know what I mean? Like, and they don't have the mind of doing anything else productive, like, you know what I mean? So it's kind of sad, like, you know what I mean? That, like, you know, a lot of people when they're at work, they feel.
To speak to you about is,
oh, go on.
I think obviously you grew up in London as well, probably in the States, and I think this is a very, very big topic that I think you might need to crop out and make it its own thing, but because we all know there's a lot of these guys out there who put these shorties on a pedestal and whatnot, but a lot of these dudes don't know that a lot of these chicks that these men are trying to put on pedestals, if you were to look at their history, bro, some of these girls have been like, I ain't even gonna lie to you, there's been a couple of these shorties where man has been running trains on them and all of these sort of things. Yeah. And as soon as they get to a particular age, now with this whole social media thing, I'm even seeing some of these things that might need to run trains on now have like what 30,000 followers.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Hey, bro. Do you know what's awesome about what you just said? Me and my mate, who I was in the park with training today, yeah, we was talking about this because we know girls that are in, like, you know, like the music videos in these Link Up TV music videos. We know some of these girls, innit? Yeah, and like, bro. It's not what people think, blood. Like, you know, when you like watch these music videos and you look at the girl and the girls look sexy and you're thinking, oh man, I wish I had them girls. bruv, a lot of these girls are fucking whores, bruv. Straight up, bruv.
And
Yeah.
a lot of these dudes don't realize, especially these men that were simping and trying to, bro.
Yeah.
These things have been that. If you were to put into perspective, some of these things are like, let's say 27, 28. Some of these things have been getting ragged out since they were like 30.
Yeah. Real talk.
Beat out and flats, getting, bro, their body count was like a mad thing.
Like the thing is, do you know what me and my mate was what I said is the fact is, like, just because these girls are not banging like normal guys on road, like they're not necessarily banging you, doesn't mean that these girls ain't fucking whores, bruv. Do you know what I mean? Like, because you got to remember, like, especially these girls in these music videos and that, and these girls on Instagram that got 30,000 subscribers and shit, they're getting ran through by guys that they see as high value. You know what I'm saying? So they're getting ran through by all these boys that are rappers in the music industry, and, you know, guys in entertainment and athletes and shit like that. Them boys are all running through these girls' blood. And then the girl might couple up with.
A good example.
Yeah, go on.
So a good example of the thing that used to get rinsed out was Steph London. She's from Hackney. She went to school in North London, and but she got rinsed out, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. She got rinsed out by a couple dudes. You know what I mean? But look at where she is now. Now she's with Burner Boy. She's a sex symbol. But if you were to look at her track record, it's a mad thing.
It's unsavory.
So, you know what I mean? So that's what I'm trying to point out. That there's, before, like you said, these shorties now start messing with a lot of these rappers. Before, I'm talking about their history prior.
Oh yeah, you're right.
On the blocks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
These council estate chicks, bruv. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That they've been banging guys to smoke some weed and that. That's what I always say. That's one thing, yeah. You see, you guys, yeah, you like these girls that smoke weed. Yeah, I smoke weed and my girl, bruv. Any girl that smokes weed, just know she's banged somebody to smoke weed before.
Facts.
She's either banged a guy that sold weed or just a guy that he had weed and she was like, oh, well, fuck it. Let me just hang out with him. He's got weed. And then he banged her, bro. That's why I don't fuck with them kind of girls, bro.
From these things, yeah, bro, come on, kid. Come on, Richard, bro. There's been times where, your boy will be like, we saying, where you at? You be like, yeah, I'm at the crib. All right, cool. What? You got 3 yards? You be like, yeah.
Yep.
All right, cool. Man, gonna bring the shooty. The thing will come, and both of you just be choosing, beating that out.
or better yet, like, because me personally, I was never really on that, like, beating a girl with my but I will say, this though. Honestly, I will say this: I've banged a girl with other people in the room more than once.
Okay.
Do you get what I'm saying? Where there might be another girl and another dude, or, you know what I mean, other people in the room, and I'm just like, fuck it, I'm banging this girl, I don't care.
Well, let me tell you one story. So, obviously, I grew up in Hackney, innit? So.
Oh, it's bait. It's bait. Man's in Hackney and like, go on.
So obviously, man was a simp, and obviously, it bro. At the end of the day, no one's born an alpha, in it. Let's keep on working it. But obviously, depending on, you know, your life story and that, you get exposed to different things at different times. So yeah, some people get exposed at a very early age. Some people get exposed later on in life. But I was one of them dudes that got exposed early. So secondary school now, obviously, was the thing that man was feeling. And obviously, you know, that man just bothering her in secondary school, like, we going, we saying, we doing all
Was she black or was she a mixed race thing or black thing? Okay.
Brown skin thing. The man trying to bother her, and the other ones that sending her cards in school, and one of my
wow.
Well, you know the ones with my boys like, you know that thing gets beat out by his brothers and them, the older lot.
Oh, heartbreak. 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 Heartbreak.
I'm thinking, nah, you're chatting, bro.
Yeah.
Saturday, boys like, yo, come to my crib. These times, my boy, you know the ones that where he grew up in one of the dysfunctional house where mom and dad were really in, and
Yeah, you can do anything. Yeah.
Cool. Man went there, bro. Man went in the room. All I was hearing is papoose. This is bad.
Papoose, you know.
A couple people with their PlayStation. Guess what? I see in a dirty mattress on the floor getting beat up.
That girl.
That girl, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
By a couple man, bro.
Couple, you know, not even just the brother. Couple man was going through.
Yeah. Papoose playing in the background. Couple man playing FIFA.
Couple man was on the sticks. Couple man on the sticks, bro. And the other man was just beating at the thing that you was in love with.
And Richie, if you understood back then, this is where man will wear Nike tracksuits.
Yep.
Fucking hoodied up, so certain man wouldn't even taking off their whole clothes.
Yeah.
Bro, I then started crying, bro.
Fam, man's not getting naked just to beat some grim, bro. You get.
I'm saying papoose in the back, bro. I just had to leave that crib, bro.
Bruv, I'm sorry I have to laugh at that traumatizing experience.
But these times I was like 13, 14, but after that, that's when I knew that, yeah?
Yeah?
This is the game, fam. You know what I'm saying? But at least I knew at that age,
yeah,
man are getting exposed. And their man are like, what, 28, 29?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'd expose that, raw. That's the game. But, bro, after that day, I was involved in some of those batteries. You know what I mean? So
that's what I'm saying. It's like
that raw. Some of you guys are investing time on all of this. If some of you, man, if some of these guys were to know the back history, bro,
the skeletons,
guys will get a heart attack, man.
Bruv, it's stress, bruv. It's stress. You get me? Like,
bro, you know the mother where there's weed everywhere,
papoose.
Papoose, bro. You know the mother that oh man, bro. I feel I had to leave, bro. But obviously my boy did it just to show me that, yeah. You know what I mean?
Like that she's a scumbag, like the girl's a scumbag. Bro, and this is so true. This is so true, like, and this is why, like, I was saying to my mate, I was like, look, like, you cannot determine what a girl's about by how she looks, bro. You cannot do that, bro. You will get fucking egg on your face, blood. You will get a custard pie in the face. Imagine that. Like, imagine that now. Say the girl was like a bitch and she just was like, okay, I'm gonna go out with you. So you're gonna feel happy now, like you got the girl you've been pestering and that, not knowing she's getting beat out. And don't think she will stop getting beat out, because obviously she likes that experience. So she's gonna pretend to be your girl and get beat out by them, man. Or let's say she stops beating them, man. Bruv, this is a young girl that's getting battered for fun.
Bro,
for fun, bruv.
No disrespect, but one of those aggressive batteries where
aggressive
dudes were working her. I was like, no, I can't stay there.
Man said it was an aggressive battery, bro.
That's what I'm saying. When you got a couple goons, a couple man with gold teeth, a couple man with
man.
Bro, them man were working her like, bro.
I know them ones.
You know the ones that I nearly vomited, bro. I had to keep it moving, bro.
Bruv, them man that didn't even take their whole tracksuit off, they got the hoodie up, fucking sweating all over the place, banging around, and she's just having it.
To add extra grip. It's a mad thing, bro.
Bruv, that's why, like, bruv, like, you can't judge a girl just by, listen, you can't judge a book by its cover.
but that's how some of these guys are. These guys are looking for these dating advices, bro. Some of these guys actually know the back story behind this, bro. Some of you guys will get a heart attack, man. You know what I mean? And the worst thing is as well, it doesn't stop. After these things leave the hood, like you said, they'll be messing with rappers. After rappers, they'll be going to Dubai, getting rinsed out, going to Miami. You know what I mean? That's
what I'm saying. It's like, it's mad. That's why whenever I talk to girls, like, and motherfuckers think I'm joking when I say this, but I always tell girls, look, I'm a scumbag and I know you're a scumbag. I don't like have that like kind of fairy tale mind about girls. I don't. And girls know it. The girls I fuck with, they know I don't think that they're an angel, blood. And I usually have deep conversations talking about, you know, the guys that they fucked in the past, bruv, and the mad situations they had. Because for some reason, I got this knack of making girls feel comfortable to tell me their dirty secrets, blood.
No, do you know what it is though? Because you're not judgmental.
Yeah, that's what it is.
They're judgmental from the gate, so that's why some of these things are okay, cool. I have to withhold information.
Yep.
You're like, right, like what? Have you been battery before? Like what? I've done it before. I've jumped in for. They'll be like, cool.
Let me tell you a story, fam. Let me tell you a story about a girl, yeah, that I was chatting to, yeah. This is in the States, right? Blood. This girl, because obviously I made her feel comfortable. I didn't judge her. Do you know what she told me she did, bruv?
What?
This is a girl a church girl, right? She went on a church retreat somewhere, right? So you know it's like youth group and shit. Don't think she didn't fucking fuck 2 boys at the same time on the church trip, blood. One in the mouth, one in the pussy, spit roast, fam.
And bearing in mind, she's probably married, man.
Nah, she got a man. She got a man. Like, you get me? Like, bruv, this is how it is. Bruv, bare girls have done nasty shit, bruv. This is why, just like my guy here said, don't act judgmental. When you meet a girl, don't be acting all high morals and all that shit. You got to find out what she's about, bruv.
But the thing is, a lot of these guys are beta in the sense where, like, cool. I hope you ain't done that. I hope you ain't done that. These times, there, bro, your wife been a 5-star junch. Like, your wife been think that, bro, she's been experienced since she was 13, bro. Like, bro, I hope you ain't done that. Bro, even, let's be honest, even when certain men get these things, certain men are there, she's delicate. Let me treat it like a princess. They want to wax her properly. You know what I'm saying? But these times, bro, she's done anal, she's done all of it.
Yeah, you trying to make love to the chick, but all the dick she's been having has been aggressive, blood. Yeah, you're trying to treat
it like a petal and like a flower.
Like, there's no girl that I fuck like some lovemaking shit. None. It don't matter if they're good girl, bad girl, black, white. It don't matter, bruv. They all get the same aggressive shit, and they all seem to like it, bruv. Because I know that's what they like, and they probably that's what they've been doing before they met me, bruv.
And certain man will be like, "Oh, cool, she's wifey material. Let me try and keep it slow and steady." And
so I'm saying, when you're banging these girls, listen, let me tell you, yeah, a lot of girls like being choked when you fuck them, bruv. A lot. They want that, bruv. Yeah,
getting spat in the mouth and all of that. Like I said,
just smut it out, like just bang them in the car in an awkward position where their face is in an awkward position, and you're just banging them out, bruv. Bruv, I'm living testament, bruv, and I'm not the best looking dude in the world. I'm not ugly, but I'm not the best looking dude in the world. I'm not the most anything, but I've done this shit, and I know it's real.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie to you. Definitely need to put this out to the people then, because this is some shock factor, because a lot of these dudes like, nah. The thing that I hollered at last week, she's legit. Nah, she ain't. Man, defend the thing.
If you can't get the CV, listen, if you can't get the CV, you can't get the resume, yeah, you can't get no work references, fam, it's Russian roulette.
But certain man be like, nah, bro, I know her, bro. She ain't like that, bro. What are you talking about, bro?
It's because they're in love already, bruv. That's why. They're already in love, bruv. Yeah. And like we said at the beginning of this call, bruv, these girls you see in the music videos, oh, she's so sexy. Yeah, what? You think you're the only guy that's noticed that she's fucking sexy as hell? She's been called sexy from when she was fucking 15. Do you know what I mean? Like, the fuck? And rinsed out. Now she's like 20. Now she's 21.
Let's keep it, but I won't even put it down just the video bits, because there's a couple of these things on Instagram that are like fitness models.
Yeah.
Into yoga.
Definitely.
That as well, though.
Yep. Definitely. And then and this is why like when guys write all these stupid comments under these girls' pictures, like, and she's like, oh yeah, you're so beautiful, you're gorgeous, you're this, you're that. And I'm like, fam, do you know what this girl is? You don't even know what she really is, bruv. Do you know what I mean? Like, And a lot of them Instagram girls, a lot of them girls on Instagram and social media, and they're big like that. And all they do is post where they're eating these expensive restaurants and going to fucking parties, and they're always sitting. You notice they always take them pictures where they're sitting in some expensive car. The car's not theirs, yeah. And they're always in some exotic location. Who's funding that, bruv?
Facts.
It's the guy that she's the
that in a Ferrari.
That's what I'm saying, fam.
And you know the worst one. I mean, the ones that are on some. Yeah, I'm on some body positivity, but you're just sorting it out. You know the ones that's just like raw. Yeah, don't judge me. I'm on a body positivity. These times they're just trying to show the pumps without getting any backlash. Have you seen that?
They're advertising, bro. I big up Nasto Yusuf for the super chat. I see you. And big up Nasto Yusuf. Nasto says, in your channel, you always talk about heightism. However, tall women get really approached. Black men only really like tiny, petite women.
Boy, it's like anything, man.
Listen, if you're a tall woman and you're good looking, a guy's gonna holler at you, blood.
Facts.
If you're short, trust me, if you're good looking and you've got nice body, bruv, I would mess with a girl taller than me if she's pretty and she's got a nice body. I don't care.
Richard, based on that topic, that's one thing that certain man are delusional. They always make it seem like, bro, if you're short, if you're tall, and you got a big back, you got a beautiful face, guys are effing with you. That's flat, period. Guys are effing with you. You know what I mean? Certain man are just always trying to make an excuse, bro. Whether or not you're tall, short, big, and you got the body, guys are fucking with you. True or false?
Blood, ugly girls are getting ugly chicks are getting validation on Instagram, bruv.
But certain man are just trying to make an excuse that it's only short things, it's not, bro. If you're bad, you're 10 out of 10, whether or not you're 6'5", bro, guys are hollering at you, full stop. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that excuse, you know what I mean? You might, I don't know, them girls you're talking about might need to look in the mirror like and be a little bit more observant, because I don't think it's the height that's stopping them, bro. Me personally, I like taller chicks because it's more woman to have. In my opinion, like, you get me? Like, I had like one of my long time girlfriends. She was 5'9". I had a girl that was 5'10". Like that was great.
You're telling me certain man won't wax Rihanna. Rihanna's like, what? She's mad tall for a female.
Yeah. Look at guys all going, oh, Rihanna. She's a tall chick, bruv.
You know what I'm saying? So certain man just trying to always make an excuse, bro. Rihanna is gonna get hit up by nearly every single man on this planet. They had a chance. You know what I'm saying?
And she got thicker as well, so.
You know what I mean? So certain man is always trying to make excuses about why. Nah, bro. At the end of the day, if you're a bad thing, 10 out of 10, guys will fuck with you, bro.
That's it.
Bro, there's even some dudes, they're waxing midgets. Bro.
Midget porn.
You know what I mean? Come on, bro. Like,
it's a mazza.
Their things and whatever.
It's a mazza. Hey, I'm gonna move to another caller though, man. I appreciate the call. Hey, this call was sick. You get me? You make sure you call back on next time, bro.
Definitely. Bless up, man.
All right, man. Take care of yourself. I'll speak to you soon.
Bless up.
All right, safe G. That was a good call, man. He made me laugh still. He made me laugh. Yo, phone numbers. Fucking hell. Oh, Socrates. Hold on. Big up. Hey, make sure I'm turned down in the background, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, big up my nigga Socrates. You get me? Man like Socrates. So what you want to talk about, G?
I can hear you properly now, so this is good.
Yeah, this is my boy Socrates. I know him in real life. I've known him a long time. You get me? Like, he knows that what I'm saying about things is true. You get me? I'm not just chatting shit. I'm not some guy on YouTube chatting rubbish. This is how I really am in real life. I lie, bruv.
So I always say I'm trying not to be long, but it always ends up being long. But I'm gonna try and be quick, yeah. I really want to deal with the racist guy who called yesterday, but I'm gonna come to that. I want to deal with the frivolous stuff first that you was talking about before.
Okay.
So obviously, I don't know how old the guy was previously, right? But I want to let everyone know it's a new era now. Yeah, everything you do is a risk. Back in the day, we could act mad. we could go and do Monday Night Raw, and chances are you're not going to get anything. Or if you do, it's something you can recover from. This is a new era. So man can't be talking about girls like it was 05 or 010, yeah? You need to stop running after these women. Like, you always talk about it, yeah? And you talk about it from like a financial point and from just a sensible point. But there are diseases out there that you can't get cured from now. Like Tinder changed everything. People don't understand it's not the same game. Stop running after these women.
It's dangerous, man. There's so many traps now. There's so many traps, bruv. It's actually scary. Like that's why, like now, like the more I think about it, it's just like, is it worth it? Just like trying to be a scumbag? Is it even worth it anymore? Like, or like you hear a lot of guys talk about pump and dump, bruv. One of those pumps might pump your life up to a point where you can't unpump it, bruv. Yeah.
Listen, you know I'm not on that no more. But back in the day, 98% of those girls I was dealing with, I wasn't using protection.
Bruv, what do you think I was either? Bruv, I could probably count on my hand how many girls I've banged with a condom, and then even if I've banged them with a condom, it usually led to banging them raw. Usually, because do you want to know why? Do you want to know why?
Only your socks on, yeah.
Hey, don't bait me out. Don't bait me out. Hey, listen, yeah. Do you want to know one thing, yeah? Like what I always say, yeah. If you're banging a girl like consistently, yeah. If you're banging a girl consistently, yeah, you're definitely banging her raw, and you're gonna always get to a point where you start banging her raw. Because I guarantee, if you're sleeping overnight with a chick, yeah, you're gonna wake up in the morning and bang her. And who the fuck looks for a condom when you got that morning wood? Nobody does, bruv.
Okay, so this is how everybody's got to think now. If you've done that with her, how many other people have done that with her?
Yeah.
Because this is the mentality that I take into the game, yeah? As you was just saying, I'm not the prettiest, or I'm not the most handsome, I don't have the most money, so therefore I always assume there's going to be someone, or there's someone better than me.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So you have to think, if you're running the maddest game and it's working, there's someone who has better game and will run it or has run it on that same person.
Yep. Yep.
And I think a lot of these guys, like you were talking about all of these video girls and all of the comments that guys are leaving, the reason why things are like the way they are is because of those guys. It's because you keep making these girls who are whores, who don't have fathers, because at the end of the day, any girl who lets you treat her like a porn star doesn't really have a dad. Or she was touched when she was a child. So at the end of the day, it's tragic for her. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, her life is just actually tragic. Because there's no way I'm going to have a daughter and I'm not going to bring her up in a way that makes her know that any man who comes to her on that level is trash.
Yeah, and man, so it's real.
So, like, it's too dangerous out here for people to be, number one, pedestaling females, and then number two, actually, if you have a daughter, do you want your daughter to be treated like? Yeah.
Yeah, and I agree with you. I agree with you. Hold on.
Someone's daughter gonna happen to your daughter.
Yeah, now, and what I'm saying is that, like, the game, really and truly, all this mess that all of us are in, the men and the women, right?
Yeah.
It's really because guys pedestalize bitches, bruv. Men pedestalize pussy above everything else, and we think with our dicks first. That's why the game is fucked up. That's why we got girls that are whores that think they still deserve respect. That's the reason why there's so many single mothers running around. That's why the majority of the average guy can't get the average chick out there, because the average chick thinks she's better than the average guy. That's the reason why, bro.
DMs, yeah. Like ugly girls, ugly. now DMs exist. Everybody is like level 15.
Yeah. Bro, do you know how many girls on Instagram you see that are blatantly not attractive, bro? Yeah, but just because maybe she's just got big tits, or maybe she's just got big bum, or maybe just because she's light skinned, bro. Yeah, and then guys are acting like she's the last woman on earth, like she's the last chance to reproduce on the planet, bro.
And this is what I'm trying to let these people know. This wasn't possible 10 years ago. When we was like at the height of our madness, yeah, And let me just let all these guys know, yeah, we didn't need money to get girls. So all of you guys who actually think you need money to get women, you're sad. Because we never had money. And that's when we got the
man just had 15
years ago, that couldn't happen. So there was actually a level where there was a girl who was like top. There was a girl who was middle, and there was a girl who was just like, she knew she was ugly, so she was more likely to, you know, let herself go. That girl on the ends, you know, we always know that girl in the ends who's just like, she knows she's ugly, so she's just, the game has changed now, and so now it's not like, remember back in the day, you could have like a side chick and she would know that you do whatever you want to do, but she's got to be faithful to you. Now you are the side man.
Yeah, bro. But listen, yeah, I was talking to my mate earlier, right? And I was talking to some chick, right? It's a white chick, right? Like nothing major. I wasn't really trying to move to her, nothing like that. But I was talking to her. Now the girl's got a kid, and she's with the baby's father, right? But the way she was talking was like first of all, I was asking her, because, you know, I was doing my research and that. I was like, so what kind of guy is he? She's like, oh, he's a good boy, blah blah blah. I was like, what? So he, like, is he quiet? Is he like, you know, soft? Like, she's like, yeah, he's soft, quiet, you know. I was like, what? So he puts up with your shit? She said, yeah. I was like, so what? Is that the type of guys you like? She was like, I was like, yeah. So you like the opposite, innit? You like guys like me, innit? Like, you like guys that like talk shit. Yeah, like, I'm like, oh, blatantly, I'm not, this is no word of a lie. I was like, you like bad boys, really, innit? But like, you just ended up with that boy. She's like, yeah. I was like, have you ever banged anyone else? She was like, oh, I can't tell you that. I was like, well, that's definitely banged other people.
Oh my God.
Do you know what I mean? And bro, like she went, and then I was talking to my mate, and I was like, this is the reason why, because of the knowledge I have, it's so difficult now to fucking look at chicks and think, oh, maybe she could be decent. Like, bro, I need to get the whole CV on the chick, bro.
It's a different era. You definitely have to now, because back in the day, you could just assume that most of the girls you were messing around with wasn't in double figures, and if they was, you could tell. Like, if you were you'd be getting into it knowing what's going on. Now, like, you have no idea, because Tinder has made it like there's no middleman anymore. Like back in the day, we had MSN. And so you had to do movements on MSN, and then you had to like have conversations. Tinder now, people are not having conversations. It's a swipe, blood. So that means everybody's numbers is now 10 times what they would have been 10 years ago. Yeah, the internet killed it, bruv. Because the internet, it's crazy. The internet made everybody accessible to everybody, bruv. So now this chick doesn't have, you know, they already got high expectations because they all think they're bad bitches, and they feel like I deserve, because I'm a queen, you know, they all think they're queens and princesses, so they think they deserve fucking Floyd Mayweather, or they think they deserve fucking I don't know who's a white guy, fucking, I don't know. You know what I mean? They think they deserve Captain America, bro. Huh? I was gonna say the brother from Fast and Furious. But he's dead now. That
Paul Walker.
The girls used to love that.
Listen, they all want The Rock, bruv. They all want The Rock, bruv. Yeah. Dwayne Johnson, bruv. Yeah, the black girls and the white girls. They all want that. Yeah, they want Captain America and Killmonger. They want Captain America and Killmonger.
But yeah, my last thing on that is that men, especially young men, like I can't really criticize people who are doing what I used to do when I didn't know better. But what I will say is this: stop overvaluing sex. Number one, and when I say overvalue, I mean your need for it. Like, you need to wean yourself off that, because that will make you make some decisions that will mess up your whole life. I am so lucky that one of these girls had a miscarriage. Now, I say that as in I'm lucky in the fact that I'm not happy that she had to go through that, but that actually saved my life, number one. And then number two, I'm so lucky I didn't get any like diseases that don't leave you. So stop ramping. Like, you, like if you're watching a channel like this and they're listening to you, take the advice and don't be dumb. Like, you can't afford to take the risk we took. It's not that.
It's like, not that season, fam.
15 years too late. If you're like 18 to 25 now, it's too late for you. Like,
that's what I was saying. That's what.
And live vicariously through them, but don't be taking any risks, because your life can be over in one move now.
That's what I was saying to a lot of these little niggas, man. I just like when I put out a video said the pull-out game, stop playing the pull-out game, yeah? Because you know, I know that game very well, bruv. And I lost that game 3 times, blood. Yeah. I was a victim of the pull-out game. Bro, I'll be real with you. In my life so far, I've had 3 pregnancies, bruv, where like the girl got rid of it. 3 times, blood. 3 different girls. Yeah. And I've been burnt, bruv. Like, yes, go to the clinic, get the 4 little tablets, yeah, that you take, blood, to clear up that fucking crying penis, bruv. Yeah. You know when your penis is crying and when you go to the toilet, it's trying to fight you, bruv. Yeah. Yeah, man had that, bruv. Man had that a couple times still. But think about it, it could have been worse. This is real life, bruv. Like this is a crazy game.
How carefree you was. Like your life could have been ended at any of those times.
Yeah.
Because AIDS is gonna come out like it did in the late 80s and early 90s. You watch, and they're saying there's some STDs now that drugs can't clear up. They're super STDs. So good luck to all you who's just running around who can't control their hormones and think they have to stick it everywhere that they can. As you said to me one time, and it saved my life. It's not everyone you're supposed to sleep with or you have to sleep with.
Yep.
So, yeah, that's my 2 cents on that subject. But the real thing.
All right, let me just shout out the super chat quickly. We got Adam Reed for the super chat. He says, if you're gonna wife a chick, 7.5 is a good number. 8 to 10 is for recreation. I really believe in that as well. Do not wife your chick that's too sexy, bro. I'm telling you, it's not worth it, bruv. It's not worth it, blood. Because that's gonna be stress, bruv. Yeah, bro, like it's long. Hold on, let me just check there's no other ones there. All right, yeah, cool. But yeah, so what and yeah, I agree with you because I made a video that was thinking with your dick.
Yeah, I didn't get to see it, but yeah.
Yeah, a lot of guys do that. But go on, talk about the next point you want to say, bro.
So yeah, that I saw your video you posted today with the white guy who called up yesterday. I hope that he calls up tonight, right? I was so, you know, right? This topic is an emotive topic, so I don't mind that when people talk about it, they get emotive as long as they don't just go, you know, silly. And I think you held it down very well last night. But when I was listening to that, I was getting so mad because I was just like, this guy is a typical Western educated idiot. Now, if he was black, I would call him a smart dumb nigger, right? But he's a smart dumb white guy. And I don't mean I'm not saying that in a racist way. I'm just meaning he's a smart, dumb white person, right? Let me give him some information. Because yesterday he was saying, oh, the Industrial Revolution was financed by slavery. Where does he think they were getting the cotton from to put in the mills? Idiot. Yeah, that cotton was coming from America. Who was picking the cotton? Black people. But I want to read something to him from his own white English website, the BBC. Listen to this. From 1750 onwards, a new industry emerged in Britain, the product of cotton cloth. Wool production had previously been Britain's major industry, but cotton had one key advantage. Machinery could process cotton fibers better than wool. Then it has a little title here, slaves picking cotton. As a result, it was a cotton production that the Industrial Revolution began. Let me read that again. As a result, it was cotton production that the Industrial Revolution began, particularly in and around Manchester. Now, let his white self know. There were white people who were working in the cotton mills who said, we're not going to work in the cotton mills because black slaves are picking this. Yeah? So he's chatting rubbish. So the cotton was mostly imported from slave plantations. Slavery provided the raw material for industrial change and growth. I'm not going to go any further than that. Let him go and Google, all of his right-wing, all of his racist, stupid ideology, acting like Britain didn't benefit. Now, furthermore, Barclays Bank and banks like Barclays were established with slave money, because 17 billion, or the modern equivalent of 17 billion, was paid to compensate slave owners. And some of those slave owners started banks, So, so you remember you see all them old movies where it looks like Britain is trash in Victorian times, like these people are look like that, like the plague is running them down. These people are living in dirty houses. Let me tell this boy something. Yeah, Britain was trash. Yeah, this Great Britain that you hear about, it only became great because they started stealing from other nations and the slave trade. Yeah, and furthermore, when my parents came here, you people were bathing 1 time a week, and your toilets were even in your house. My parents came here thinking this was a better country, and it weren't. They had it better in Jamaica. So you people who kind of want to talk rubbish, shut your mouth and do some research.
I just found it.
Talking rubbish.
I just found it funny that like this guy was just dancing around everything I was saying. Like,
he couldn't say nothing.
He couldn't say nothing. So he started talking about fucking North Korea. Oh, they got slaves. I'm like, bruv, what's that got to do with it?
Like, bro, like you said with them black girls.
Yeah, I said he argued just like a chick, bruv. Like, it was just like, because if you notice, like, and yeah, he tried to sound intelligent, but bruv, like, and the things where, like, for instance, listen, I didn't even lie. Like, for instance, when he asked me, do I know about the Industrial Revolution? I said no. But I know that Britain colonized a lot of countries, bruv, and they profited from it. That's it, bruv. Did they play a big part in slavery? Yes, that's it. This guy, and there was one part where he tried to say, because white people hate themselves, right? And that basically, you know, black people like me, basically, always go on about, you know, how white people enslaved black people, but white people were the people that ended it. So maybe we should start, you know, saying that white people are the ones that ended it. No, you're both the same people, you idiot. Why are we gonna fucking?
He says it like they ended it, like they just decided one day we're gonna end slavery.
Yeah.
What was he talking about?
We're not living the repercussions of that till today.
And then he started to say, right, that how basically, this is what a lot of people like him do, or diminishing returns. It was costing us money, right? Okay. So what happened was, right, when they were colonizing places like India, right, it actually got too expensive to have people on the ground there, because obviously to keep people subdued, you have to send a load of people, and you got to send a load of guns, and you got to keep people, you know, so you got to fight people physically. And so what Britain understood is we can no longer have a physical colonialism. We now have to make it economic. So instead of having people in India, in the Caribbean, all they did was wrap these people up in debt. Wrap these countries up in debt so that these countries will always owe them. So let me give you an example, because I studied politics, right? This is how a country like Britain will get, like I say, a country like Zimbabwe in there. So say, okay, Zimbabwe go free, yeah, and they've given them independence. You know what they will do? They will say, okay, Zimbabwe, you need infrastructure, because when we were there, we only built infrastructure to help us. Do you know what the British did? They went to places and built infrastructure to get stuff out of the country. They didn't build infrastructure for the local people. They built infrastructure so they could get all the stuff they were taking out of the country. But anyway, so say you've got this independent country, they will say to them, okay, we'll build up your infrastructure for you, Zimbabwe, and we'll give you all of this concrete, and we'll give you all of these, we'll bring all of these tractors over there, and we'll build up your infrastructure. But guess what you're going to do? You're basically going to give us your bananas for free. Yeah? And then you're going to owe us debt. So they now have what you could call neo-colonialism. It's they colonize people by tying them up in debt, and they have them in financial burden to them. So yeah, they don't have hundreds of people and thousands of people on the ground. Yeah, that's not cost effective. But guess what? If I can wrap up your economy, yeah, and get all of your resources coming to my country, then guess what I do? I take a small group of people in your country, and I educate them in our universities, and I make these people basically black people on the outside but white on the inside. So they keep the whole country destroyed. They keep the whole country in debt to the West. And so that's why you don't have black terrorists, because guess who should be flying planes into buildings? Guess who should be blowing up parliament? Guess who should be doing terrorism? Black people. But we're so indoctrinated into thinking that Africa should be subservient to the rest of the world, we don't do nothing.
And that's why
stop people like him, put them near me. I will verbally slaughter these clowns, yeah, who go to schools that teach colonial education.
The colonial version of history.
Because it's all crap.
They teach the colonial version of history, bruv.
Exactly, where black people.
It's like think of, hold on. It's like how, you know, in America, they only teach them as far as slavery, and that's it. So that's why, and this is why I don't blame no African Americans for thinking the way they do, Because this is what I was trying to say to that girl. You've been socially conditioned to think the way you think. Like, so obviously throughout school, all you've been taught is, okay, you came from Africa, you were slaves here, slaves, and now you're here. Now, you know, we let you free, yeah, and now you're one of us.
Exactly.
You're not really one of them, bruv.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? Like, and that's why I don't really blame like African Americans, like when they don't really feel like, oh, I don't need to, you know, like I don't need to know about Africa. Like we, you know, we look alike, but we're not the same. Are you sure about that?
Listen.
Do you know what I mean? And it's not just African Americans, it's the Caribbeans did as well. Let's keep it real.
Most people in the West who've been
Caribbeans did as well.
Still think that way. But let me tell you this, yeah, the West ain't your home.
Yeah.
It ain't your home. So good luck to you when you get your nigga wake up call like Tiger Woods got it. Yeah, this ain't your home. And everybody who's got sense should be looking to raise their children in a country where everybody looks like them. Because it's oppression to be raised in a country where you're a minority and everybody looks down on you. I don't want my kids to experience that. Yeah. And I tell my white friends, I don't want this country. I don't like this country. And don't talk to me like I owe this country something. If anything, this country owes me something. Yeah, because that's why people like to make you feel like, you like, you owe us. No, nigga.
I think about this. Think about this, bro. Think about this. Yeah, you see in school when you learn history in school, right? What do they teach you? They teach you. You know, when you're in primary school, they teach you about the Egyptians, the Romans, the Greeks, yeah, and the British Empire, and you know, fucking
Western history,
all this American history, the superpowers, Russia, and all that shit. Why don't they ever talk about black people's history, but what in terms of outside of being slaves?
No.
They don't talk. Think like it's like I only like clocked this like a few years ago. I was like, why don't they teach? Why don't they ever talk about these kind of things? They just talk about World War this, World War that. That's why a lot of blacks. Yeah, someone said it in chat. That's why a lot of blacks like they like to think of themselves as Egyptians because that's the only fucking history you know about, bruv.
Let me tell you something, yeah.
Let me say this one thing before you go, yeah. Let me tell you, black people, bro. If you go to Egypt, yeah, they're not fucking with you, blood. I'm telling you, bro. Like that's not a joke, bro. They and they don't look like you. I don't care even if you look light skinned, whatever. You know, some people get stuck on being light skinned. That no, that's not gonna fly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So but go ahead anyway.
Okay, so someone in the question, in the comments said, is the caller talking about going back to Africa, the Caribbean? They've banned the Caribbean. Caribbean is our slave islands. Yeah. Why am I going to go to the Caribbean? I'm not from the Caribbean. I'm from the Caribbean. Don't get me wrong. My parents are from the Caribbean, but they were sent there to do like as slaves. Why would I go back to like? That's almost like Guantanamo Bay. Ban the Caribbean. Yeah. Let's leave the West completely. Let the white man have the West.
Do you know what I think though? I think like to be honest, I don't think it's even a good idea for everyone to go Africa and be like, oh, let's all go. Bruv, a lot of people. Hold on. A lot of us black people over here a lot of us are too far conditioned. Number one.
Yeah.
A lot of us are too dysfunctional. Like internally dysfunctional, so we're gonna go and bring our Western dysfunction to African cultures and shit, which would be a negative. I think what it is that a lot of us that understand have a better understanding, but we understand the workings in the West of how things run properly. You know, we should take those kind of our skills, our mental power over there. But the only problem is the governments and the powers that be that are controlling those countries, they're gonna put up a fight, bruv. They're not gonna, because those people at the top, they're living the high life world. The majority of people are fucking, you know, struggling and dying, bruv.
Right. But there has to be a sacrifice because the world runs in cycles, yeah. And what we're seeing now is the end of Western civilization as we know it. Right, because it's had its time, right? Like Africa had its time as the top place to be in the world, and then now the West is having its time. So like this is the end, and this is the time where people have to understand there's gonna have to be a generation of people who make a sacrifice. So like you say, there's gonna need to be a few pioneers who go over there. and maybe it doesn't work first time, but then it works second time. But if we have this whole idea that like it's never gonna work, then you know what, it never will work. But guess what? It will happen with or without you, because at the end of the day, the world runs in cycles, and Africa's time is coming. The East time is coming. You're seeing now how like the economies are just becoming like messed up, and money doesn't mean anything. But guess what? When money doesn't mean anything, what happens? Right? The basis and the foundation of money start to mean stuff again, like oil and gas and metals and all that stuff, which Africa has in abundance. So as you say, people who live in the West need to start going back to the East and start putting their brain power in. And like you say, you need some people to stay in Europe, because you need to have people you can trust, so you can make sure that the trading is okay. So you know what, like I said, what we have been taught as Black people is to not have the mindset of sacrifice, and to not have the mindset of generational wealth. Generational wealth means you sacrifice pretty much half of your life so that your children and your grandchildren and your children's children and your grandchildren's children can be rich. I don't mind doing that. So we just need to change our mindset.
We need to practice group economics as well. We need to practice group economics, man. But the problem is, do you know what it is as well? A lot of Black, like, you know, financially well-off Blacks in the West who really have been funded by non-Black people, they are not, they talk a good game, but they're not really about it, because, you know, the people that control them, you know, are their masters. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's kind of difficult, because, you know, and the thing, and another problem is that a lot of the majority of Black people who, you know, are in the world, you could put it like that, they look up to those kind of people. This is why I always say stop idol worshipping celebrities and shit like that, because these people really don't have your best interests at heart, because if they did, they'd be making moves, bruv, instead of stunting.
This is why you have to look at these people like Oprah and Diddy as plants, yeah? They are there, and they've always been put there to keep us appeased and to make us think, oh, people are progressing. But at the end of the day, them people haven't pushed us forward anywhere. Yeah, they start one school in Africa, you think they're doing something. Like people looking at Jay-Z and Beyonce like they ain't doing nothing. They are anybody who is allowed to be rich and who is not rich based off of their own. People think Jay-Z actually like is owning a lot of this stuff. He's either a partner or he's actually the face. Like people thought he owned the Brooklyn Nets. No, he didn't. They used him. So these people are used to keep Black people dumb, to make them think, oh, like we're progressing, we're making it. You ain't making it. Like
it's not you. That's what I'm saying.
Supremacy.
That's what I'm saying. It's not you, because Kanye West, and I ain't got no problem with Kanye West, but he became a millionaire. You didn't. Black people didn't become millionaires because he's got me, bro. I ain't got no problem against people that, you know, date outside their race and whatnot. But think about this, yeah. He became a millionaire, but his wife is not Black. His kids are not Black. So all his wealth is not going to a Black community. It's going out elsewhere. It's going to end up in a Kardashian safe. Blood. That's where it's going, bruv. So, like, real talk, like, and I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it in a way. I'm not saying it in a way like, oh, he had to get with a Black woman. I'm not saying that, but at the end of the day, that's what his priorities are. That's where his legacy is. Do you know what I mean? Like, if he was doing a thing of like, okay, boom, he understands that his legacy is with his family, but he's still at the same time doing stuff that will, you know, have a positive impact on the Black community, like tangible, like putting his hand in his pocket and building some serious, substantial things, then yeah, boom, then I can respect it. But most of these people, they don't do that, bro. What do? They sing songs about how much money they got and how little money you got, and, you know, I got bad bitches and you don't, bro. And then you motherfuckers love them for it, which I don't understand. That's a real weird programming, like brainwashing, weird shit. I don't understand it. Like,
this is what like Black people and ethnic minorities in the West need to understand. Yeah, unless you own the means of production, you don't own anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so all these rich Black people, they don't own the means of production. So, for example, you look at Michael Jordan and you're like, oh, he's great, he's a billionaire. But guess what? He doesn't even have like 50% of the Jordan brand, right? So he doesn't even make half of what they make. and he doesn't own the means to produce Nike or Jordan brand. So he's allowed to be rich. Oprah doesn't own the means to production. Yes, she can produce stuff, but someone is writing a check for her, and still in many ways. And remember, that industry is run by Jews anyway. So if they just want to shut her out, they can shut her out. So when you are a black person who actually owns the means of production, where like the buck stops with you, like you sign everybody's checks, that's when you're making moves. And in the West, there are hardly any, if a few, black people who own the means of production. Imagine in the whole of the West. And in Africa, the people that do, not saying everyone, some of them are corrupt, but in Africa, the people that own the means of production are still typically white. Because who's making all the money? As you mentioned, I love you mentioned that. I mention it all the time. iPhones can't be made without Congo. How is Congo still in such poverty?
Yeah.
If the world's like one of the world's highest selling products and the world's richest companies cannot function without their products, how is Congo still in poverty? Why haven't Apple like built up the infrastructure of Congo? Because they only care enough about the infrastructure to get what they need to get out, which is what the colonialists used to do anyway. So why can't people see nothing has changed?
That's what I was trying to say to that guy yesterday, and I was just like, this guy's just, bruh, like this is ridiculous. But bruh, let me shout out the super chat. Big up B Black TV. He says we had lots of kings in Africa: King Kwame, King Nzagi, Kuvu, King Behozin, King Makoko, King Mensa, etc. Bro, we need to stop thinking about the past in terms of that. Oh, we was this, we. Bro, what is going on now?
We was king.
Like no, and I'm not knocking him. I'm not dissing you, fam. I get what you're saying. It's like motivating, but yes, we need to know what happened back in the day. But we need to use that shit tangibly. We can't just say, "Oh yeah, we were kings and queens, and we're from Egypt or some bullshit." Like you know, like what? How can we get back to that? What is the plan to get back to that? Do you know what I mean? Like, yes, we all know that we was wearing gold chains and fucking, living it large in the sun. Yeah. But now we're not, bruv.
It's mad.
It's mad. It's actually nuts.
Like what that guy's saying, like you said, right? We in school, we get deliberately taught a complex. Yeah, we get taught an inferiority complex, and white people get taught a superiority complex because we're learning about Henry VIII and colonization, and we're literally learning how these people erased our history, right? Yeah. And so we leave school and we don't actually have any idea or belief that we was somebody. Implicitly, not even explicitly. They're not even telling you like you're trash. They're just not teaching you that you're anything, right? And so there is a point to know that, okay, you need to teach your children the truth and that they're not just slaves. They're not just going through struggle. That the world runs in cycles, and it just so happens we're victims of time. We just happen to be born in the cycle when it's not well for our people. But guess what? Did you know racism didn't even exist as a thing till about 400-500 years ago? And that's another thing from last night. This man kept talking about he was talking about he was talking about the slave trade, right? And yes, there has been slaves throughout history, but nothing has actually mirrored the transatlantic slave trade.
That's what I was saying to this dude.
Unique in that it was the only slave trade where people were transported based on the color of their skin.
That's it.
Based on phenotype. So it's nothing like any other slavery, because back in the day you could sell yourself into slavery. In the Bible, that wasn't people were selling themselves into slavery to pay debt.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Slaves after war. It wasn't based on people's skin color.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to. That's what I was saying to this dude. He was just clutching at straws, like, these people are saying, and I was like, yeah, they've got slaves now. He's like, oh yeah, but who's enslaving you? Because he's basically alluding to the fact, you're enslaving yourselves. Do you know what I mean, bro? The whole world jumped on the transatlantic slave trade. The whole world jumped on it. Like, we're all gonna use all these niggas, bro.
And the people selling the people did not know what was going to happen to them, because what was happening was completely different to any kind of other slavery. So they didn't necessarily know that they were going to sell people, and then those people were going to be treated like that. Yeah,
they didn't fucking know,
because the slavery they were used to was just basically
like, you're my housemaid.
Yeah,
like that. Just like for instance, in Nigeria now, they have people who you could say are slaves. But it's like you're house girl, house boy. You live in the house and you just run errands for whoever you live with. Like you make their food, you clean their house. That's your life. Blood.
Oh yeah, and you just reminded me, the classic, yeah? This line, I'm not gonna lie, this line gets me madder than anything. When he tried to tell you that the Holocaust was worse than slavery. This is the biggest, whitest, most racist of lies of all time. And the thing is, you checked him, and I'm glad you checked him just based on a maths level. So you're going to compare 4 years to 400 years. Now, let's remember that half the people on the slave ships died, or a lot of people jumped off. So they're saying that it could be 100 million people who died. Then you're trying to compare that with 400 years of subhuman treatment. People weren't allowed to read, and people were treated like animals. And then you whitewash their history, and then you've got Jim Crow, and then you've got what's it called again? You've got segregation, yeah. So and then the Jewish people were targeted, like you said, in Europe, right? Not in England, only in mainland Europe, right?
Yeah.
And they say, and I'm sorry, but they haven't substantiated the number because everybody's scared to question Jews. They say 6 million. Okay, I'll give you 6 million, right? So they say 6 million died. But hold on a minute. Within how many years after that was like? How many years after that was they back on the top? Hollywood was there. Like the Jews didn't suffer so much to the point where they couldn't build industries. So what he was trying to make out, like the Jews are hardworking and black people are not.
Yeah, that's what he was alluding to.
They were targeted. Some of them were killed, but most of the richest Jews, if you read history, escaped, and they escaped with their assets, and they moved to America, and they brought their assets.
Yeah,
so
and because what his plan was,
even the way that he says that they were like, what's it called again? They were like say targeted in Europe. They weren't stopped from living life. Yeah, they still had business. They weren't treated like animals. They weren't stopped from having education.
Yep.
So when anybody tries to compare the Holocaust and slavery, like you actually deserve a punch in your face. And the fact that they commemorate the Holocaust as if it was something as big as slavery, but yet they don't commemorate slavery. You need to see who's in control of the media. Because
one
type of people, and that's why if you
take a breath, nigga. God damn.
You in jail. You know you can go to jail.
Bro, hey, take a breath, man. You talking at a million miles per hour. I'm trying to speak too, nigga. God damn. But I'm saying like, yeah, no, you're absolutely right, and it's just like you can't compare it. It's not comparable, bro. It's not comparable. You can like just on a math level, you can't compare 4 years to 400. And even after slavery was quote unquote abolished, yeah, bruv, the social engineering never stopped, bruv, and it's still going on today. Hence why we have drill rappers in the UK. We have young black boys in London wearing masks talking about, I'm going to kill another black boy, I'm going to stab another black boy and shoot another black boy. They're not talking about doing it to white people, blood. So this whole thing about, because the thing what that guy yesterday was trying to allude to is that, well, all these other people have been enslaved in too, but they managed to make it, so why haven't black people? That's what he was trying to say. But in these countries, blood, in the UK, in America, wherever, we are always like vast minority. The ruling class rules the media, rules the education, rules the judicial system, rules everything, blood. And it's always set in a way that will always marginalize and discriminate black people, whether you like it or not. And then obviously, like we've already talked about, the governments and the systems in Africa are really run by the colonizers till today. Even the ones that won their independence, those systems and governments and those officials are still the same people, bruv. So that's why black people can't, that's why Africans and African Americans and black Brits and Caribbeans and everyone, that's why we're all still fucked. And then the biggest key to it all is that all of us think we're all different because we're all in different countries, but we're all in the same toilet.
Right. And
that's what it is.
That caller is still around. I want him to call up because I want him to know, as you were just alluding to, there is nothing comparable to the transatlantic slave trade and its legacy. Nothing in human history. So take that in your pipe and smoke it, right? And as someone rightly wrote, England is run on classism, but still has institutionalized racism. And that was my next point. So imagine this.
Fucking hell, bruv. We gotta bring it down. Got to let other people talk as well, though. But go on.
But yeah, I'm done on this last point. Just remember, right? We grew up in a country, where it's the city's police, the metropolitan police, where they remember when Stephen Lawrence got murdered, there was a report that came out called the Macpherson report.
Yeah.
That report said that metropolitan police are institutionally racist.
Oh yeah.
Capital cities police of Britain. Yeah. So if people want to talk about slavery and its impact, there you go.
And the worst thing about it, he that guy yesterday, he tried to come out and act like I said that the UK is racist. I've never said that. I've talked about things I've experienced and funny behaviors, but I never came out so the UK is racist, bruv. I've never said that, bruv. But we all know that, bruv, the majority of the UK is prejudiced, bruv, because you know the majority of the UK has hardly any interaction with black people. They only see what they see on TV. You know, so let's keep it real, bruv. Like, you know what I mean? But big up Tyson for the super chat. He says, big up fam. You always drop in gem. Yeah, man. Trust me. Socrates is really going in tonight. I'm done
though. I'm done. I'm gonna let other people call, but I just want to say that when you said Dave last night, I'm not your typical dumb nigga. I was in my room punching everything in the air, bro. Yes, tell these dudes you're not talking to your typical Tyrone. Because I think he sees you, he sees your plaits, he sees your gold chain, and he's like, oh, I'm just talking to one of these typical Tyrones.
These fucking BET Awards niggas, bro. He thinks he's talking to some BET Awards, Mobile Awards niggas, bruv. Grime Daily niggas, bruv. Link Up TV niggas. No, bruh. Yeah, I come from that kind of shit, but I'm smarter than the typical nigga you've ever come across, bruv. And that's why, bruh, and then at the end, if you catch it in the video where I posted, you know, when I just finally caught him out, and I was like, so what's your fucking point? And he's like, well, you know, I'm just trying to have a conversation. Bruv, what do you mean you're just having a you've said a lot of bullshit. Fam, he pissed me off, bruv. Like, you know what I mean? But I appreciate you saying I held it together, bruv. You know what I mean? Because I was hot, bruv. I was heated.
No, it's an emotive subject, and I think that, you know, we're allowed to get emotive about it, because at the end of the day, we still don't even know everything, right? We're still finding out about certain things. So I feel like a little emotion has to be allowed, but what these people do, these smart racists, they just try to get you heated and then try to prove that you're the animal that they think you are. But I think you stumped him a few times and you just had him in the corner. And he just, like, the fact that you said, what is your point? Because that was my whole thing. What are you trying to say? Basically, what he was trying to say implicitly is that black people are lazy. And it's that same old American thing. Pull yourself up by the bootstraps, you'll be okay. No. Because if institutions are racist, then you actually can't do that to a certain degree. Yeah.
And then he was trying to use the point that, oh, Nigerians are doing better than white English people. Like, because that, and he's trying to use that as an anchor to say that, well, if they're doing all right in England, then that means the rest of you lot are just shit. Because if they can do it, then why can't all black people do it? What percentage of the population are Nigerians in the UK? Number one. Do you know what I mean? Number two, it's not our fault that in white English culture is not really. It's not really that academic. Let's keep it real, bruv. It's not really academic fundamentally, bruv.
Yeah.
So
that's a fact.
So that's it, bruv.
This Mark Skinner guy in the chat, he's dropped some bars. I was saying that, you know, there's nothing like the transatlantic slave trade. And he was saying it's true, but he's saying, you know, the Arab slave trade before that. Now, which is true? Absolutely.
And let me just say this. Because the caller, he was going to use that as an anchor as well, that the Arabs, you know, doing a mad slave trade, yeah, which is true, is absolutely true. But at the end of the day, everybody across the world profited from the transatlantic slave trade, except black people.
And the Arab slave trade did not, it didn't turn into the transatlantic slave trade. It didn't have that wider impact. So no, it's still not comparable, because although they was doing it based on maybe phenotype, it still didn't have the impact that the transatlantic slave trade did. Also, that is another thing. This is why people, and this is another trick they play. North Africa was invaded by like the Arabs. Like, was it maybe? I think was it between 1,000 and 500 years ago, like around that type of period. So North Africa, if you go to North African countries, you can still find the original black people. Go to Algeria, go to Morocco, go to Egypt. The original black Africans are still there. So that's another trick they try to tell you in school, like North Africans are light skinned. No, they ain't. They only got there in the last 700 to 1,000 years. So yes, the original Egyptians, yes, the original Moroccans, yes, the original Algerians are all black.
It's mad. It's mad.
And so, and let me just drop this last one before I leave. The reasons why Egyptians have to be black in all the movies is because, I mean, have to be white, because if they let you know that Egyptians are black, then they got to tell you Jesus was black, Moses is black, and the Hebrews are black.
And that's
I'll have to out these fake Jews every time I come on.
Fucking hell, mad thing. But yo, nah, you murked it, man. Like, you get me. And that whole, the idea of Jesus is black, that is one of the most insidious things that was created, and that is one of the biggest reasons why black people are so fucked up in this world. That one thing right there. Trust me. That is the root of a lot of things, you know. Even for you people, hold on. Even for a lot of you people that are atheists, you don't believe in nothing, yeah. You understand that whole idea that Jesus is that guy with the long brown hair and the blood. That is one of the reasons why we are in the position we're in as black people, bro. But go on anyway, say your thing, bro.
No, I'm done, man. I want to hear the other callers. I hope that white guy calls up.
I know you do. Fuck, you know, I don't. I want my blood pressure to stay down, fam. Get me, fam. Get me. But I appreciate that. Hey, you know, you can call back anytime, man. You know, I'm probably going to call you tomorrow anyway. You get me?
Yeah.
Alright, brother. Alright, man, like salt crates. You get me? Man, like salt crates. Monday Night Raw back in the day. Anyway, boom. Big up Mind Money for the super chat. I appreciate that, my brother. Get me? Every little helps. Everyone, listen. Everyone follow Mind Money's example, yeah? Mind Money just did the little super chat there. If all of you do that, that will mean a lot. It makes a big difference. Trust me. Got another call already. Boom. Hello. What's going on? What you want to talk about? What's your name? Hold on, bro. Let me just see the super chats quickly. If there's any more. Hold on. Oh, no more. Motherfuckers. All right. So, what's your name? And where you calling from?
My name is Brandon, and I'm calling from London, Southeast London.
All right, cool. Hey, yeah. Go on. So what you saying? What you want to talk about?
Yeah. So I just wanted to brush up on something you was talking about. I was listening to your previous phone call that you was having, and especially the white guy. You mentioned something about Jesus, like I think you mentioned the Nazis and things like that. Like what that guy doesn't understand is that, you know, in the times of the Nazis, you know, I actually have the book as well. The Adolf Hitler, actually, because the Jews that got killed, they're not actually really the real Jewish people, because even Adolf Hitler, he actually had a classroom, and it's actually online, and he put it into a book where he explains that the actual original Jews were dark skinned.
Yeah, I've seen that. Still, I've seen that.
Yeah. So, like, the thing is, when a lot of these guys are debating you, they're talking to you, they're coming from a traditional racist background, even though they may not think it's racist, because when you go into the churches and all these museums, and this is one of the reasons why I don't really go to museums, because everything in museums is whitewashed.
Yep.
You got you got white Jesus. You've just got when you look at the Black history in museums, you don't really see real Black history. You know what I mean?
Closest thing,
really see the truth. Nonsense.
The closest thing you see to Black history in any museum is Egyptians' blood. Egyptians and slaves when they were already slaves, bruv. That's all you see, bruv.
Yeah,
and it's like nobody's clocked this shit. It's like nobody's clocked this. And the motherfuckers will be pledging allegiance and being patriotic to these countries. It doesn't, like, black people, and it doesn't make sense. I'm not saying you should hate these countries, but you need to understand where you're at.
Yeah, like 100%. Like even to talk about this country, to move on, like to build up on what you said. Because I listened to professional boxing. I don't know if you heard of this, but the actual first ever prize fighter that was basically like the modern day Floyd Mayweather, Conor McGregor, Muhammad Ali was black. The first ever black heavyweight champion in boxing was actually black, but he was conned out of the fight. He was actually a slave, and he was a slave in Virginia in America, and he fought his way to freedom, and then he went to England to face the champion Tom Cribb, and then he actually beat him, but then the Tom Cribb's crew and the spectators watching scammed him, and he lost the fight because of racism. That's like it's disgusting. You know what I mean? It's absolutely.
And I
disgusting.
know that's, and I can believe that's true, because you got to remember in America when slavery was like really, you know, the normal thing, they used to have the buck fights, innit? They used to have the big buck black guys fight each other. So obviously they were breeding fighters. So it would make sense that the best fighter in those days would be a black guy. It makes perfect sense, bruv.
Yeah. It made perfect sense, because like even like one thing. I mean, I know you've been to the United States, but I don't know if you realize, but when you move to the northern part of the United States, you get a lot of diluted black people that are mixed a lot of European. And when you go to the south, you get a lot of dark skinned black people,
like in Florida, like really dark, yeah.
Yeah, like they're technically 100% West African, like you know what I mean. Technically they've got no mixture in them. I think that's because a lot of the racism was happening in the south, so they actually banned a lot of people from breeding with white people, etc. In the south, that was where a lot of you had a lot of crimes and illegal laws happening. You know,
that's absolutely, and that's something I noticed when I was there. Like, obviously there's dark skin, light skin everywhere, but in particular, because I was in the south as well, and I noticed that, bruh, they were like a lot of black, like African Americans were way darker than me, bruv. I noticed that shit, and I was just like, raw, like it was just something I just noticed, but I never really thought about it. Do you know what I mean? Like, and then like, yeah, I noticed like the further north you go, it was more like, okay, like maybe my complexion, but a lot more lighter skinned black people walking around, a lot more. Do you know what I mean? But at the same time, in like, I don't want it to be a thing of, oh, light skinned black people are not in Africa, because there's tribes of light skinned people, Africans in Africa too. Do you know what I mean? I think that's something that a lot of people get wrong. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. Like for example, with me, like I'm I'm Jamaican ethnicity. I mean, I've traced my lineage, and I'm mixed with like Ghanaian and Nigerian technically, because obviously, black people in Jamaica, you're not really Jamaican, you're basically just West African. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, like you got Jamaicans that are technically. I know some Jamaicans that are 100% Nigerian. They don't even realize it, and I know some that are Ghanaian. I know some that are mixed with both.
Do you know what's crazy as well?
Technically, that's basically what black Jamaicans are. You see what I mean?
Yeah. That's why you notice, like, they sound different and they got different customs, but Nigerians and Jamaicans act very similar. They have a very similar kind of just like I don't know how to explain it. Like the way they're very loud and aggressive, and they have that same thing because they're the same people, blood.
Yeah.
But like they're just removed. They're just removed, innit? Now I know some Caribbeans are gonna say, no, that ain't true. Wait, what? Yeah, you are. Do an ancestry.com test, bruv. Find out for yourself. And I think you may be surprised at the results, because it ain't gonna say Jamaica, just the same way it's not gonna say America. Do you know what I mean? And I'm not saying that to be like condescending. It's just the truth. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
now
definitely.
you don't have to like kind of reject who, you know, the culture you come from, you know, or you know, you don't have to be the I'm not trying to say that, oh, you know, you're not Caribbean or African American, so forget about that shit. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying at the end of the day, you should know who you really are, blood. Your roots do matter, bruv. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then it will make you kind of see the world differently. You may start treating people differently. You know, because this whole tribalism thing is one of the ways they keep us all fucked up and in the toilet that black people are in. Because it's all divide and conquer, the art of war. Easy, simple thing. Keep everyone divided, fighting amongst themselves. They're never gonna work together or realize that there's strength in numbers. No, we're gonna stay in our own little corners and we're better than them and our food's better than theirs and we're cooler than them. And you know, they hate us, and because I met this one person, so that means that whole country are like this and all this kind of stupid shit, bruv. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's ridiculous. And yeah, African people, you know, do it too. I'm not letting no one off the hook, bruv. We all have to be on the same wavelength. You don't have to lose your nationality. You don't have to lose your culture. But I'm saying we all have to understand that we are all in the same situation. And we all have a link.
Yeah, and I don't know if you've noticed this, but one thing I've noticed in the UK, which I particularly don't like, is a lot of, for example, you've got brown people, which basically Pakistan, or India, whatever, and you have people, and like white people in the UK that talk about ethnic people, but they're trying to put black people in that same category. But the thing is, man, like, you've got ethnic people, and then you've got black people, because at the end of the day, you know, all the racism is going to be pinned down on black people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you know what I mean? It's not really going to be pinned down on you know, on Indian people as much as it is.
Nah, I won't go that far. I think Indian people do face a lot of racism, though. I will say that, especially in the UK. Like, they got a long history of having a lot of racism against them. Like, I won't go that far, but globally, if you want to put it on a global scale, yeah, black people, we get it the most, bruv.
Yeah.
Like, no one can deny that.
100%. Like, yeah, like even like, you know, because I know you mentioned one time, you mentioned this a lot. You say that most white girls don't like black guys. And I agree with that. I mean, there are white women who do definitely like black guys, but like, for example, me, like, I don't really like ratchet girls or scatty girls. You know what I mean? I like intelligent girls and submissive girls and girls that have been brought up well. And one thing I've noticed is that when you go to these areas, especially in London, like Chelsea, or even these small areas in maybe like Oxford or Cambridge, where it's kind of Londonish, but it's not London, a lot of them don't like black guys. And yeah, like,
it's real. That's why I just this is what I say. Like, when I hear other black guys, whether they're American or UK, whatever, and they're banging on and on and on about white girls or non-black chicks, yes, I understand they're good looking, and yes, she might like you, but at the end of the day, in general, the majority of them, the vast majority of them, are not on it, bruv. They're not on it, bruv. Whether it's a class thing or a racist thing, or you know, just they're scared. They you know, they find you like, you know, like, you know, something just different that they're not ready to get into, bruv. That's the way it is, bruv. And it's like that around the whole world, bruv.
Yeah,
so just because
like,
you're in London, and yeah, you know, you're getting all these different girls, or you're in California, or you're in Florida, or you're, I don't know, wherever, right? That doesn't represent the majority, bruv. Just because you get one girlfriend doesn't mean that they all like us, bruv. I think a lot of guys think like that. And a lot of these guys, bruv, I want to see these girls that they're getting, bruv. Because a lot of these girls are not good looking either. Let's keep it real. Blood, you know, you see, blood, yeah? In London is different. London's a different animal, innit? Because London's just, you know, we all grow up together and it's a mixed bag, right? But all right, you come out of London and you look at it, black dudes, if they're not with black women and you see them with white women, a lot of times you see them, yeah, I know it's a stereotypical thing to say, but you see a lot of black dudes with overweight white women, or You see them with older women, older white women. That's something I clocked as well, because I noticed, like, even with me, a lot of older white women are on it. A lot.
Yeah.
But the younger ones now, no, they
bro, like on this live stream, like I'm a black guy. I would say I'm a good-looking guy. Like even when I was in school, a lot of girls like me. But I'll be honest with you, bro. the girls that I've been attracted, the white girls, they're bro, man, they're not attractive, mate. And I'm a good-looking guy. You know?
It's like, because the thing is the way I look at it, bruv. Yeah, and I know you shouldn't compare yourself to other people, but I look at it as, when I look at Jimmy next door, right, and he's the same image as me, right, and I see the success rate he has, even with mixed race girls as well, yeah, and then I look at my success rate, it as in, like, you know, I'm not talking about black girls, but just other girls that are not black, right? It's not the same levels, bruv. It's not, bruv. You know what I mean? Like, if you're like, for instance, a lot of these black guys that they bang on and on and, oh, I get loads of banging on non-black chicks. All right, let's analyze this, bro. What kind of dude are you? Have you got superpowers, blood? Are you fucking 6'6", blood? Do you have Caucasian features, blood? Are you light skinned? Are you rich? Are you on TV? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, is this a girl that you've known from back in the day? Like, this is the kind of things, like fam. Listen, I work in nightclubs, bruv. I work in a nightclub where predominantly white people and sometimes black people come in there, Asian people come in there. And a lot of times I see a black dude come in there and he's not really getting no attention or love, bruv. But I could have one of my white mates that I know come in there, yeah, he's not wearing any drip necessarily, yeah, he's not wearing no chain or nothing, and he can pull virtually any girl he wants in there, any type. As long as he's confident, that's all he needs, blood. What do I say? White boys, yeah? Let me give you white boys some advice, yeah? All you need is confidence, blood. All you need is confidence. I don't care if you're ugly. I don't care if you're short, bruv. All you need is confidence. Yeah, some girls are going to reject you. That's just part of the game, but bruv, you are in your element. If you're in a country like the UK or America or in Europe or whatever, even in Africa, all you need is confidence. If you're in Japan or China, all you need is... Do you know, I saw one video the other day, yeah? Yeah. It was some white dude, and the video was called being when you're a white dude in China, you're like a celebrity. Wow. The white boy, he looked like any white boy, bro. I'll give it to him. He looked tall, but I couldn't really gauge it because, you know, most of them people are short. So he was just there. So he could have just been like, what, 5'10", maybe? And, bro, the girls were coming up to him saying, can I take a picture with you, bro? Man. The boy's nobody. He's nobody. He's just there at school. He just goes school there or like whatever. And the Chinese girls were going up to him saying, can I take a picture with you? He doesn't even speak their language, fam. And the Chinese man that was right next to him, he was asking him questions like, "Rod, does this always happen all the time?" He's like, "Yeah, like from when I first got here, you know, girls, they come up to me and, you know, because like probably they ain't seen a white dude before. Now, some may say, oh, if you was a black guy, that would happen the same way. Do you really think so? Nah, definitely not. Maybe the guys might come up to you. Maybe the men might come up to you and be like, oh, Michael Jordan, oh, Mike Tyson. Yeah. But are the girls going to be all excited to see you and let's take pictures and, you know, give me your Facebook and shit? I don't think so, blood. You know what, man? In my opinion, if a black guy is going to go for a white girl,
from my, I mean, I'm only 23. I'm gonna be 24 next month. You know what I mean? But like from my experiences, from my 23 years of living, I'd say like one of the best girls to go for if you're into white girls are probably like Romanian girls or Turkish girls.
Yeah.
My opinion, man.
I
They're
agree.
probably doing it. Yeah.
I agree. So the best girls that I've messed with that were not black, Romanian, exactly what you said, bruv. Romanian and Turkish, bruv. Romanian, I've had Italian, Romanian, Polish, Turkish. I think that's it. But yeah, Romanian and Turkish, them two, especially Turkish. Yeah. That's a good. That can work, blood. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Like I think in the UK, like one thing I've noticed is just like I remember I went for an interview. Even like I went to this area called Surrey, you know, and the first thing I saw when I came out of the train was some black girl with a white guy. You know what I mean? Like a lot of black girls outside of London, they're going for white guys now. Like it's
and let's not even talk about mixed race girls, bruv. Mixed race girls, man. I don't even, to be honest, these days I don't really even look at mixed race girls no more like that.
Either, man.
Because I like, to me personally, like in my life, no, I've messed with quite a few mixed race girls, but those ones were the ones that are in London that are already in the nigger shit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like for instance, if you come outside of London, the mixed race girls outside of London, and unless you're a really good looking black dude, yeah, like you're obviously really good looking, it's gonna be tough with them. You got a better chance getting a banging white girl than a banging mixed race girl. I tell you that now.
Yeah.
That's the facts, bruv. So I call them girls mixed race. I call them ones mixed race white girls. I'm gonna do a video about that furthermore, and that's gonna be the title: Mixed Race White Girls, bruv. And if you see any other YouTuber try and make a video called that, you know they got it from me. They're copying me. That I'm gonna make that video: Mixed Race White Girls, bruv. Yeah. Yeah,
man. Like this is you know, this is why I like your videos, bro. Because from honest with you, you know, you're probably the only channel. Like there are similar channels, but you're probably the only one that speaks like the real truth, because like there's dating coaches, like for example, there's certain dating coaches, not even dating coaches, just people, they talk about a lot of different things, but they ignore the true facts of things, the true facts, because there's true facts and there's the true facts.
The ugly, then there's the ugly truth, blood.
Yeah.
The truth that people don't want to talk about, the things that people don't want to accept. Let me tell you one thing. Yeah, a lot of mixed race girls don't find me attractive, bruv. I've clocked that in my life, bruv. That's something, obviously something I don't like to face, but it's true. Like I've had way more success with white girls than mixed race girls. Way more. It's not even like, no, you can't compare it, blood. You know what I mean? But I have to say it because it's the truth. But a lot of these other motherfuckers, they can't. Like for instance, the difference between my channel and the way I am and a lot of these other black male YouTubers, yeah, a lot of them don't even want to face race. A lot of these guys, like these dating coaches or these like guys that are kind of red pill or whatever, right? They don't even talk about race. Have you noticed that, bruv?
Yeah, I noticed that a lot. I mean, I know particular names. I'm not going to mention any names or anything. But,
yeah, don't say no names, but we know, bruv.
Yeah, and it makes me sick. It makes me sick because I'm sitting there, I'm thinking, you know, some of the stuff they're talking about is right, but you're clearly, you know, tiptoeing around this. You know,
yeah, because they don't want to ruffle the feathers of a demographic of their audience. So they want to keep it all. You know, I don't really want to talk about that because, you know, I think we're all the same. No, we ain't all the fucking same, bruv. We do go through similar situations, but it's a different dimension, the different dimensions that niggas are working in, bruv.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
like,
And that's why I know, and this is why I always say I'm the realest YouTuber, because a lot of these motherfuckers, man, then you got other YouTubers, black males, that they try to give out advice and talk about the world. But these motherfuckers, they would never call out rappers. They would never call out like how, you know, the thug criminal element is fucking up black people, because they try to, they in themselves try to be that in their videos.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why that's why I always, time after time, I'll make a video talking about how I fucked up in my life and the things that weren't good. You know what I'm saying? Like, these motherfuckers don't do that because they trying to, their image is like they want to be a rapper themselves, bruv. You get me? And I just look at these motherfuckers, and these motherfuckers are popular, but that just shows the majority of people are just stupid, innit? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but
it's like the more I've gone older, the more I've gotten accustomed to the truth and how it is linked to my race. Because the thing is that you can't really understand the truth unless you understand your race. Because like, even in the industry I was in, and I switched over to a different industry, I used to do video editing and everything. And a lot of the people that even the music videos that I was doing and stuff, it was just, you know, I was going down the wrong path. I wanted to do like rap music videos and pure music videos with artists, and I heard like, I know people that have had their equipment robbed from them, and they're making dysfunctional music, and they've been like following, you know, certain artists, and the artist is in control of their money because they need clients, and they've been following that, and they've been leading to, you know, dysfunctional lifestyles and dysfunctional behavior. I don't want to live like that, you know.
I always used to think about that. Because, you know, certain times when you see behind the scenes of music videos, yeah, for like drill, like the guys that are talking real savage crud, yeah? And like, you see the guy that's the cameraman looks like some nerdy looking weakling dude, bruv. Like, you know, the dude that looks like the typical victim of robbery, yeah? And I'm thinking, right, so this guy is videoing all these fucking mad boys, yeah? And with his expensive equipment, and I'm sure the other guys around him are pretty much the same type of people, right?
Yeah.
I was thinking, don't these dudes ever get robbed? Not real talk. I was thinking, don't these dudes get robbed, or like they just get bumped? Like the rappers will say, "Oh, we're gonna pay you," and then they just don't pay.
Yeah, I've actually experienced this myself, not personally, but I know someone that has happened to did a music video for someone, and he had all these expensive equipment, like 10 grand worth of equipment, and the artist was willing to just pay him like 100, you know, he's gonna get £150 for it. You know.
That's funny, bro. That's funny, man. Bro, hey, man, taking risk to make £150, bro. Fuck, you know, you're better off selling drugs, mate. You know what I mean? You're taking the same risk.
Even worse, there's some that are doing it for free.
Dead.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man. Hey, I'm gonna move on to a next caller though, brother. Do you want to say anything in closing?
Yeah, man. I just want to say, like, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button on this channel, man, and notifications channel, man. Make sure you get the likes up, man, because King Richez is talking some real stuff, man. 100%, man.
It's very, very extremely real out here, man. Hey, listen, hey, look after your equipment, man. Don't let them take your stuff, bruv.
Definitely not, man. Thanks a lot, bro.
Alright, no worries, man. Hey, call back whenever, yeah?
Definitely, man. Take care.
Alright, take care, brother. That was an excellent call. Hey, I'm gonna put the link to the shit. Hold on 1 second, yeah? 1 second. I'm gonna put oh shit, my other phone is dying, yeah? So I'm gonna have to charge it up. But listen, this video is gonna disappear from this channel, right? And it's gonna be posted on my second channel where all my other live streams are posted. I'll put in the link in the chat right now. I'm gonna spam the link, so make sure you go over there and subscribe to that channel, because that's where you'll be able to watch the replays. Yeah, the full videos, not just the one little clips that I put on this channel. You'll be able to watch the full playback. Yeah, so make sure you subscribe to that. I just spammed the link right now. Yeah, big up Kelvin Kiba. Yeah, for the super chat. He says, keep up the good work, man. I appreciate that, my brother. It means a lot, and I'm gonna stay consistent. I don't give a shit how tired I am. I'm gonna stay consistent. So I appreciate the support, man. It means a lot. Big up Nicholas Okocha. He says, just shut up. He says, just showing support to your channel, bro. I appreciate that, man. Listen, every little help. That's what I'm saying. It's a collective effort. Everybody just throw a little bit in the tank. You know, we keep the machine moving. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate that, my bro. Get me. Big up Levi Kawakie. He says, keep up the good content. Hey, listen, it's all real over here, fam. It's all 100% ugly truth over here. Ugly. Yeah. You get me? Trust me. Ugly truth over here. That's what we deal with. Because the truth is what sets us free. Yeah, 100%. Sorry if I've missed your super chat. I apologize. Big up Mine Money. He says, no, you in politics run Africa, but whine about African leaders. No young politicians run Africa, but whine about African leaders. Bro, how can you can't really say that, because at the end of the day, if the government is corrupt, yeah, and is being basically deliberately made a certain way, even if young black politicians come through, they're not going to be appointed as officials who can actually make substantial change. It has to be a complete overhaul and reconstruction of the whole government in those countries. Like, just having one or two young politicians that know what's the truth is not good enough. It needs to be a huge collective effort. Do you know what I mean? And I don't think that it's a fact of whining about African leaders. Like, I think you should choose a better word than whining, because whining, it doesn't sound right to me. I don't think you use the right kind of words, in my opinion. But I appreciate the support, though. With that being said, I still appreciate the support. It means a lot. Big up Mark Skinner. He says, if you read world history, economics, and sociology, smart racists, in inverted commas, won't be able to run game on you. Great content, King Riches. Yeah, man, definitely. I think you lot need to do some research into Charles Darwin as well, and how he was a racist. Like, he pushed a lot of the racist ideas that, you know, kind of promoted slavery. Charles Darwin, yes, the one, the guy that you know, had the philosophy and theory of evolution. Yeah, Charles Darwin. Look him up. Yeah, that guy had a lot of very disgusting ideas about black people. Yeah, but big up Mark Skinner for the super chat, and I appreciate that, man. Look, he's not even a black guy, but he knows what's real. Look at that. Appreciate that, bro. Big up Slots, man. Yeah, big up Slots, man, for the super chat. He says, what's your thoughts? I live in South Island. I'm a foreigner. I seem had no single success with any chick. I've been single for years. Girls here stuck up. My advice is move. You're in a very narrow market. You live in South Island, bruv. The best thing is to move, because you are in a super little pocket, and then you are in the vast minority, bruv. Like, you know what I mean? That the chances of one of them chicks being willing to couple up with you is very low. And you know, it's not necessarily to do with you being ugly or anything, or not having power. It's just that the fact of you being a foreigner. So I'm just being real with you. You might need to move. Real talk. London is a great place for foreigners, bruv. Real talk. And it's got a lot of financial opportunity there also. So big up Slots, man. I appreciate the question. All right. Big up the Age of the Sky. And hey, you still there, yeah? All right. Big up the Age of the Sky. Rarely catch you live, so here's $5. True inspiration, underrated creator. I appreciate that, man. And like, at the end of the day, yeah, I understand that you know, it is frustrating that I'm very underrated. Yeah, but because of you guys and you lot supporting and that, you know, it gives me the fire in the belly to keep going. Like, do you know what I mean? And that's why I like to do these call-in shows, so that, you know, you lot can speak to me. You know, you can see how I am naturally, how I talk to people, whether it's boys, girls, men, women, whoever, black, white, or whatever. And, you know, you can see that this is real. This is natural. This is not a front, or I'm trying to be some character like these other YouTubers do. And also, I don't need a panel of other guys to be, you know, relevant. Do you know what I mean? So big up the Age of the Sky. I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that highly, fam. Yeah, make sure you've gone to my second channel and subscribed. Yeah, big up John. He says late night fire content. I appreciate that. Hey, listen, we aim to please over here. Yeah, and as I said again, you know, it's just the ugly truth. The ugly truth will set your mind free, will set you free in general. You know what I mean? Like, it's real. Big up Corey Lynn. Thanks for checking that bozo last night. Hey, it's real. And if any of you haven't checked it out already, I posted the video of when I was arguing with this white dude about slavery and racism. Yeah, I posted it. So it's the most recent video on this channel. So make sure you lot go and check that out, because that's a really good video. I think a lot of people need to watch it, whether you're black or white. Yeah, so you can get a better understanding, and, you know, you can understand where people have got things wrong and twisted. You know what I'm saying? Big up Bear Logic, my boy Bear Logic. Get me? Love it, Riches. Keep going. Yeah, man. You know we do it, man. You know, as I said, it's people like you that keep putting the fire in the machine to keep the machine going. You know what I mean? So it's a collective effort. It's you guys and me. We're all working together to push the truth, innit? You know what I mean? So I appreciate my boy Bear Logic out there, man. Always supporting. Love that. You know what I mean? All right. So I've got another caller. He's been waiting really patiently. Yeah?
Yeah, bro.
All right. State your name and where you're calling from, brother.
Yo, Richez, it's Ala from Canada. What are you saying, bro?
I'm good, brother. I'm good. I'm surviving. You get me? I'm surviving. No corona free over here.
Oh, good. That's good, bro. But, yeah, man, I just wanted to ask you to, like, clarify. When you're talking to the girl who you're arguing with, like, I think it was a few live streams ago, she was talking about how black people weren't the same. Like, I didn't quite get that. What was she trying to explain? Because
she was the black chick that I was arguing. Well, I was talking to about black people. You know, she's African American, right?
Yeah.
And she was basically saying that the whole idea of being called black people, everyone being called black people, isn't right, and that basically black people connecting or, you know, finding out their roots in Africa is not really that necessary, because, you know, in terms of African Americans, they already have their own culture, their own system, their own way of doing things, their own culture, so they don't really need to. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not important anymore. It's not relevant.
I'll say this. I think the first part is accurate in the sense that, like, not black people, like, not. I think what if you're coming from the sense that all black people are the same, is like, no, technically we're not, because if you go to Africa, there's people who have, like, black skin, but they look different. Like a Nigerian will look totally different from a Rwandan or a Somali. Do you understand what I'm saying?
No, I get that. Like, that's fair enough. Like, for instance, if you see Somalians, they tend to look different from Ethiopians. Ethiopians look different from, like, you know, West Africans and stuff like that. But the only thing I would say about that is, like, for instance, in the UK, all right, let me say this. In America, I've seen African Americans that look just like people that are straight from Africa. I've come across that many times, bruv.
Yeah.
I've seen, like for instance, someone, one of the callers said how, you know, a lot of the African Americans in the South are very dark and shit. Yeah, very dark complexion. I've come across a lot of those kind of black people from the South that are very dark, and they look just like Ghanaian people. Now, if you know anything about a lot of Ghanaian people, a lot of them are very dark skinned as well.
Yeah,
but what I'm saying is that you're the culture. This is the thing, because this is why you should find your roots out, because then you know where you come from, instead of just like, oh, I'm American and fuck everyone else. Everyone else, you know, my ancestors' roots don't matter. Do you know what I mean? Like,
she was bugging out on that.
Yeah, and he didn't. That was crazy to me. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, I understand what you mean by we're not necessarily all the same, but we are under the same umbrella though of being black.
Yes. That's what I agree with. That's what I agree with. But the thing is, what I was trying to say is how, you know, like what race is in the West is like the race is a corporate designation. Shout out to Carter Kuzuchuda. Like they will say, okay, you're white, you're black, you're Asian. You know what I mean? But if you go to somewhere else, say like Brazil, and it's totally different. So in the sense that, like what people are saying, like they'll say our race should be defined by our tribe, you know?
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. But at the end of the day, what my real the whole point of what I talk about in terms of like tribalism and shit like that is that, listen, yeah, you can have your tribe, but you got to understand we're all black, and socioeconomically we're all in the same toilet. So don't you think it would be in our best interest as a diaspora to start practicing group economics? Because you, like, every nation trying to, you know, practice economics, you know, exclusively is not working, bruv. Because everybody is struggling in their respective nation. Because guess what? African Americans are only 12.7% of America. You don't have the numbers, bruv. In England, we're even less. We're like 3.3%, bruv. 3.3.
That's crazy.
And then the nations which are predominantly black are basically like third world countries, blood. And it's been deliberately made that way. So I don't understand, like, all this kind of nitpicking of, oh, I'm this, I'm that. It doesn't make sense to me. Like it's irrelevant. Like, and what I think is that, like, in terms of like African Americans, a lot of you are under the spell that because you have some rappers and athletes that are rich, that means you lot as a collective are doing well. It doesn't. Do you know what I mean? Like,
out of that matrix, man.
Yeah, and most of these people that a lot of people idol worship and look up to, they're puppets. They're agents, bruv. They're there to set certain narratives and stereotypes and push agendas. So it's like
they're called boule.
Yeah, we're not gonna go too deep in that, man. my channel's already, you get me. But yeah, bruv, I've done the research too, bruv. I've watched all them exposing videos, blood. Yeah, trust me. So it's like, bruh, like, the best thing, yes, you can be in your nation and love your nation's food and whatever, right? But you gotta understand, fundamentally, at the root of it, bruv, we all have this commonality that we are the darker skin, and in the world, darker skin is treated like shit. A darker skin is marginalized. Darker skin is discriminated against. We're lied to collectively on the global stage. We're lied to, bruv. We're fed lies. And then the girl said, basically why she was, and I'm not dissing her, like, because we came to an understanding at the end, right? But the thing that she said that blew my mind is when she said that what's it? They got to like African Americans got to protect their culture from people like me. And I was like, wow, are you fucking serious? So people, black Brits and people that think, you know, black people as a diaspora need to work together is a threat to your culture. I was like, wow. I was like, so have you forgotten about the interracial dating agenda? Because that's very big in America. That's huge. And bearing in mind, a lot of black men and black women in America can't stand each other, bruv. So I found it absolutely astonishing that she said that African Americans have got to protect their culture from people like me. I was
What culture?
I was like, all right, cool, man.
That is, bruh. Man. And another thing I wanted to like talk about was you two brought, you and Socrates, you guys brought a really good point. Like I wanted to talk to you about was the Egyptians and who Christ was. And you mentioned that like a lot of people don't realize like how big this stuff is. If black people as a collective realize who these people were, like it would change everything.
That's what I'm saying.
You know?
And this is the thing. This is why, like, it's like when you, I think you only start to realize this as you get older, innit? Like that, like in school, we're taught crap. Well, like, we're taught half truths, and a lot of more or less all black history is left out of every education curriculum. All we're taught is Egyptians. We aren't all fucking Egyptians, blood. In fact, majority of us are not Egyptians, blood. Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Number one. So, but, you know, that's what they teach you in school. Egypt, pyramids, blah, blah, blah. Guess what? The ironic thing about it, the same countries that will teach you about Egypt, right, are the same countries that will put out movies like, what is that movie that came out not long ago? The Kings or something. Kings of Egypt or something like that. And the whole cast were white people, bruv.
I'll say this though. If you notice in like movies like Gladiator, and like
300,
what was it, Troy?
Yeah.
Troy. Like when they depict the ancient Romans and the ancient Greeks, they will sprinkle a few black people in there. I don't know if you've noticed.
Yeah, they would. That's what I was saying. 300, Troy, all those kind of movies. Yeah.
They sprinkle a little bit of blacks because they know the truth of who those people were. You know what I'm saying? Especially the gladiators. The gladiators were black, and the gladiators of back then was like the football, the basketball, the soccer of today. And who's on top of the athletic world? Black guys. So it really sheds a light on that. What was that passage in scripture? Like nothing is new under the sun, something like that. That saying.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Like you're absolutely correct, and I just think, like, bro, the first thing a lot of people can do is just find out where you really come from, bro. Like what your roots are, and then go from there. Do research, bro. You don't have to emigrate. You don't have to even leave your fucking house. YouTube is there. YouTube is not just fucking hair tutorials and fucking dating coaches, blood. There's a lot of other information that you can find out, bro. There's people that do travel vlogs. People have traveled for you. You don't even need to go yourself. People have done it for you, blood.
Yo, your mic is cutting in and out, fam.
All right, man, bro. To be honest, I'm gonna close up now anyway, man. Now the battery on this phone is dying, bro.
Can I add one last thing?
Yeah. Go ahead quickly, though.
Yeah, it was the fact that white guy who came on, like what he was saying was like, oh, and he's like those type of people, like it's like those kind of people are like, you know, they're like atheists, you know, and they're like they don't believe in God or any, and it's like when they talk to.
Nah, he said he was Muslim. He said he was Muslim, bro.
He said he was Muslim.
Yeah.
But what the way he was presenting his arguments was like that of like, you know, white liberals, you know, like the way they talk about. Sorry.
Yeah. No, I'm agreeing with you. Yeah.
Yeah, they'll say like okay, well, you have two sides of the coin. One side is like, okay, slavery wasn't that bad, and then you have the other sides of the white people who will pretend like they care so much about black people and like equality and all of that. But me, I can't take them seriously because I'm like, if you cared so much about like equality, then you would like the damage done from slavery, like they can't repay it.
No.
The
only thing that really I don't know. The only thing that can really be done that would actually be substantial is money. They'd have to just be like, all right, you lot, for you know, all the shit that your ancestors went through that has had a ripple effect to the modern world. We have to at least compensate you, you as a people for that.
They can't. The money's not there. It's too much, bro. That's how bad it was.
But yeah. But I'm just saying that's the best they could do. There's nothing else they could really do. And it's at the end of the day, they're not gonna reconstruct the whole fucking world system just for black people. They'll just tell black people, well, you know, there's opportunities. You just gotta work hard. You know what I mean? Like, and this is why. Why do you think I bang on about blood? Everybody needs to think about how you can get financial power. That is the first thing. How can you be financially free? How can you live life on your terms where you don't have a boss, you don't have to answer to someone, or you working for yourself, you got your own business in one way or another, bro? How can you get over? Use your brain, bro. Instead of trying to just spend money to impress strangers who don't like you and don't care about you, why not think of how you could use that money to make more so you don't have to be at the mercy of somebody? So you don't have to clock in at fucking 8:30 in the morning. Nobody wants to clock in anywhere at 8:30 in the morning, bruv.
Nah, bro. And yeah, it's just, I don't know. I just cringe when I see people, especially like white girls, when they, I don't know if you notice, but like white girls, they tend to lean towards like liberalism.
Yeah.
And like the equality is like,
because liberalism goes along hand in hand with feminism. That's why.
No, but like what's his name? Judah said like women have three alters: the feminist, globalist, and racialist. And racialist is at the last. That's at the back of their minds. They only use that as a card to make black men like to be at the forefront of whatever they're trying to push. Yeah. But at the end of it, they don't really care about black men.
Blood,
you know?
White women are. This is why feminism is so silly as well. Yeah, because white women are the standard of female beauty on the planet. They are in a position where their demographic of men, prop them up and basically give them a cushy life, bruv. Yeah. But, you know, it's just this weird idea that, you know, they want to be equal to men, and men and women are the same, and any job that a man can do, I can do, you know, and all of this stuff, but only when it suits them. You know, it's not.
They don't even believe that.
They don't even want it to be full time. Yeah, they don't really believe in. They don't really want equality. They just want the choice when it suits them. Me personally, I don't have a problem with equality, but it's got to be full time, bruh.
Exactly, but that's the thing. Equality can't be full time.
But that's what I'm saying. It can't be full time, and the majority of women don't want it to be full time. They just want to have that illusion. They want it. They want the choice. They want it to be like, oh yeah, what's it? I can choose to build skyscrapers, even though none of them are gonna do that.
No, it's just annoying, like, and it's just sickening, and I take it as an insult, like, whenever, like, women, especially, like, they try to, at misogyny is, like, fam, like, black men, we're treated way worse than white women, anyway, like.
Absolutely.
Like,
We're
they'll try to make it seem like black men are misogynist. Like, it's just so insulting.
It's bullshit. It's just, and this is why it was so ridiculous that black women joined white women in the feminist movement. Black men have never been in a position to oppress or stop black women from doing anything. You know what I mean? Like, he's so, like, oh my god, like any black chick that says she's a feminist doesn't make sense, in my opinion. Like, what, a feminist of who? Because guess what? Black men are in a black woman has got like, for instance, in the corporate world, right? A black woman has got a better chance of landing the job she wants than a black dude does, just because she's a woman. Number one, because the general consensus is that women are more of a
less of a threat.
They're less of a threat, exactly. They're more conformists. Women in general just are more, you know, inclined to be conformers. Hence why at the beginning of this live stream, what was the caller talking about? Black women in corporate America wearing weave. Do you get it?
I missed that part, but yeah.
That goes straight along with it because they're conformists.
You know what's funny, bro?
Yeah.
If you were to say to a girl, like, if you say you go up to a girl, like, you're having a discussion, and you bring up a topic like, women are more like our followers, and then they'll start saying, no, what? Because he sees that.
Yeah.
It's just like
they'll say it.
You know?
They'll say it, but they won't have no evidence to back up what they're saying. They'll just say it. And then when you get in these kind of conversations, like I've posted on my channel, yeah, they will just practice cognitive dissonance, bruv, or they'll just throw out, like, you know, they'll be all over the place. You know, they'll be disingenuous. They'll, you know, like, it is what it is, bruv. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, there has for I think there's something special within black men, because for us to be so, like, disenfranchised and like so, like, robbed of who we are and what we can do, like, there's obviously something that's spiritual about a black man, you know?
I agree.
Like, what do you think?
I agree. And I think that this is why, like, me personally, like, this is why I'm so against the whole media promotion of black men, you know, attacking and being violent to other black men, because I think that is a way to try and destroy us, in particular black men, because all this kind of, you know, this black on black narrative, black on black violence, murder, killing, it's not directed at black women, because they're conformers, bruv. It's directed at black men, so black men destroy each other specifically, bruv.
Exactly, bro.
Because there's something about us that it's like for instance, it's like I always say this on the channel, like I catch a lot of like non-black people, non-black men just staring. They're just staring, bruv. And I'm not the only guy that goes through that. A lot of guys I know in real life, you know, not even just in the area where I live, just in general. Like, even if you're in London, you just catch, a lot of times you just catch a lot of some non-black dudes, they'll just be staring at you, bruv.
Exactly. It goes back to what you were saying yesterday. You said, like black people are like black men is in particular, like we're in such a unique position because we're the most hated, we're the most imitated, envied is like, like what's going on?
It's so weird.
Like,
it's so weird. And then at the end of it, we hate ourselves as well, and we're always happy to talk about how we're gonna kill each other.
Yeah, bro.
It's crazy.
Like that's why I can't. Whenever black women say, "Oh, we're in the same boat," nah, fam, we're not.
They are in they're in their own boat. I'll put it like that. They're in the same storm, yeah, but they're in a different boat.
Yeah.
That's how I would put it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're in the same storm, but they're in a different type of boat. Like their boat doesn't have as many holes in it as ours does.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So that's how I put it. But bro, I'm gonna end it now. We're just gonna shout out the last super chats and I'm gonna end it. Is there anything you want to say in closing?
I don't know, man. Just thanks for all the content you put out there, and thanks for holding it down during this lockdown, bro.
Yeah, man. Hey, I want to keep going all the way through, man. So yeah, I'm gonna keep doing my thing. I appreciate you calling up, brother. Means a lot.
All right, take it easy.
All right, man. Take care, brother. Call up whenever you want as well.
All right, bro. One time.
All right, safe. All right, man. Let me just call out the super chats. Big up Anderson for the super chat. He says, I love you, King Riches. Keep spreading the truth, brother. Continue expose all the lies and corruption of females. Not just females, bro. It's not just females, bro. Yeah. Like I try to be balanced. It's not just females. Us guys, we do fuck around, you know, and there's other issues that are actually more important going on as well around us. So I try to talk about everything, but I appreciate it. Get me? I appreciate the support big time. Yeah. Thank you very much, brother. Yeah. Let me see. Make sure you subscribe to my second channel, guys. I'm gonna post the link in the chat. Yeah, that's where the replay is gonna be. The replay is gonna be on my second channel. I'm posting the link in the chat. Big up Morosa, man, for the super chat. Didn't say nothing, but he's just supporting the same way, and I appreciate that highly. Yeah, makes a big difference. Yeah, every little counts. Appreciate that, my brother. Yeah. Big up Mind Money again. Let's see what Mind Money says. Black men should stop working for white corporations. I think black men need to understand we need to create our own infrastructure, and basically we should all be entrepreneurs, all of us, straight. Or we should be working towards being our own bosses. That's what I think. Yeah. Have an employer mindset. Have an owner mindset instead of employee mindset. Stop just being happy living paycheck to paycheck and, you know, wasting all your money, giving all your money away, and actually start keeping your money, reinvesting it, make your money work for you. You know what I mean? Because this world is not, bruv, it's not a simple game anymore. Like, you know what I mean? The economy's gone to shit. We've got this fucking pandemic. You know, a lot of shit is going on, bro. We got normal girls out there doing OnlyFans, like girls that probably would have said they would never do anything like that. Now, because of the pandemic, they turned to doing OnlyFans, bro. This is the kind of world, bro. I think a lot of us need to understand. You know what I mean? It's not about buying designer clothes and expensive cars no more. I think people need to really understand what's going on. But big up Mind Money for a super chat. I appreciate that, my brother. Big up Arsenal fan. Yeah, live calls were nice still. Fist pump. Yeah, the fist pump back, my brother. You get me? Trust me. That's another loyal, consistent subscriber and supporter. Appreciate that, my bro. And yeah, fam. Yeah, I didn't want this to go to 3 hours. So make sure you lot subscribe to my second channel. If you came in late, you can watch the replay over on my second channel. We said a lot over here. A lot. Yeah. So if you really want real content, make sure you're subscribed here, obviously. And make sure you go and watch my last video that I did about an interesting conversation I had with some white guy. Yeah. So make sure you go watch that video on the King Riches channel. Go watch that now. Like the videos. Always like every single video. Always like every single video. Yeah. Do your part to help push this channel forward. Yeah. These two channels forward. Yeah. But anyway, with that being said, I appreciate all of you. Appreciate everyone that donated. It means a lot. I hope that this educated some people out there. You know, there's no hate to anyone in particular or any demographic or any ethnicity. We just have to tell the truth the way it is, the ugly truth, and nothing but. Yeah, there's no hate to no one. Yeah, real talk. And yeah, that's about it. I may be back tomorrow with another live stream. If not, then I'll be back on Monday. But I appreciate all of you. And yeah, take care of yourselves and peace. I'm out.